Hello everyone and welcome. I hope you guys are all doing well. Today, my friends, we're here with the grand finals of the Gran Turino Swiss League. So we have a best of 5 showdown between the only 2 undefeated players in the league. It's going to be Xiphos facing off against Felkon. So came down to week 7, man. And these were the only 2 who hadn't lost a match in the entire 6 or 7 weeks it's been going down. So quite excited for this. And yes, I will be updating the trailer relatively soon. I'll be adding in the Kislev footage and all that stuff from Warhammer 3. But yeah, all in due time. I might even wait for like the next DLC to come out and then just kind of go from there. Perhaps the Beastman will finally get some glory in the trailer and not just be getting shot down by a repeater rifle. Yeah, we'll see. Lost Finder, I'm doing great. Thank you for joining. We're here. It's time to party. We're going to be jumping in relatively quick. So this is actually going to be live most of the time here with the Gran Turino Swiss League. We do it via replays, but today we are going to be doing the live best of 5 between Xiphos and Felkon. And then from there, we will be casting a couple other matches that I thought were quite cool, or at least, solid in some way. And then we'll be going on to do some like FFAs and some quick battles and all sorts of fun stuff. So Timothy says he wants to see amazing high elf gameplay. Certainly possible. I mean, you have Xiphos and Felkon here. They're both players who do tend to play elves. So I think you're in the right place if that's what you're looking for. Yes, yes. So the players, I think, are doing their picks and bans here. Okay. Looks like they're good. Very Skaven map. Sounds good. So I've given the players the option to veto a map. If they both agree they don't like one of the maps that is set, they can choose a different one, which is totally fine. So, all right, so let's load on over to the Flash tournament here and have some fun. Xiphos versus Felkon. Right now, the players are currently picking their armies, and, we'll just hang out and enjoy each other's company in the meantime. Oiva Metzola, love your content. Keep it up, dude. Hey, appreciate that donation. Very generous of you to kick off the stream. And here we go. Here we go, man. Professor Pone in chat asks, so the real question is, which one of them saw my OP Wood Elf build and will be bringing it to this match? Oh, that's true, man. They got to take inspiration from the best. So yeah, how the Swiss League works. So in this particular Swiss League, man, we had a lot of people. It must have been over 80 people. But basically, you have week 1. In the Swiss League, right? Week 1. And everybody gets matched up with a random opponent. It's absolute anarchy. So everyone who wins week 1 ends up playing another person who won week 1 and week 2, et cetera, right? So every single week, you're playing a person in the pod. After week 1 kind of starts to give people a bit of an MMR. You basically play someone who has a similar record. So, for example, in week 7, there's only 2 undefeated players left. They're matched together. Everyone else who has the record of 5-1 is also matched together. Everybody who is, 3-2 or 4-2 or whatever is going to be matched together. So it just matches you based on your record and your a couple other variables, like your amount of games won in your matches too is also something it takes track of. So yeah, it's a really good format. It's a little bit tricky because obviously you have to schedule with your opponent. They can be anywhere in the world, but generally it's cool because you get to play competitive tournament format and you don't have to be like sitting there for 6 hours for a very traditional like ECL type format. So that's that. That is that. So yeah, players are just doing their picks right now. We got some time. Looks like Xiphos is going to go Wood Elves and ban Wood Elves. Oh my god, that's so funny. So in best of 5, it's a single ban, yes. Correct. In best of 5 banner, it is single ban. If you two want to agree on double, I am fine with that. I'm going to give them the option because normally best of 5s and the banner rules are single ban, but I'm going to give them the option to do double ban if they both agree on it because, again, I want them to have a fun experience, so we'll see what they want to do. Philip, thank you for the 10 zlotys. Jankuya Bardzo for the donation. Really appreciate that. Just giving back. Hey, it's generous of you, man. So we'll see what the players agree on here. It's got to be Wood Elves, it looks like, against maybe Greenskins. Not sure. I think next season or next Swiss League, when we start the next one, which will be probably in a month or so, I'm going to switch it to probably a double ban. I mean, double ban can be tricky in best of 5. If it goes to game 5, it gets a little bit absurd because you just like have banned so many factions and you have to like remember them all. We'll see what Felkon says though. And Felkon, what are your thoughts? It's the grand finals, Up to what? Standing by. Cool. Let the players know. I'll let them know. Ban vampire counts. I feel like a good old vampire count mirror match. I got ramen and now I got some Turin. A good night. Yeah, man. Oh, man, I miss ramen. I love ramen noodles. I think some of the best one. I had some really good stuff in San Francisco once. Some good ramen noodles. Hey, Turin, I'm building a magic deck after my friends got me into it. Oh, yeah, that's quite a fun thing to get into. I have a huge magic collection just sitting in the drawers in my living room, and now that we have the dreaded Rona, I can't get away with it. Sounds good. Cool. Double bans it is. So the players are going to do double bans, which is fine. They both agreed on that, so no problem. I'm all good with it, man. Has the same effect on each player. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Single ban is kind of rough in best of 5 for sure. Like I've been experiencing it because I've been playing in this league as well. My current record is 4-2, so I've won 4, lost 2, and I'm going to be playing my 7th round game against Call Harmon, the gentleman who got to the grand finals of the faction war, which I think I'm going to be able to get the faction war up. YouTube, I think, hopefully it'll finish it in the next couple days. It's like stuck on processing, but from what I read, and also my ticket got responded to, and it should still be finishing. So, but worst case, maybe I'll be able to download the faction war and re-upload it as like a video. So anyways, it should be up in the next few days. So I'm quite excited for that, guys. Val, thank you so much. Nothing clever to say. I'm just sending your best regards. Hey, right back at you. Right back at you. Appreciate that donation. Dziękuję bardzo. Dziękuję bardzo. Chris says, I'm only wearing Skinwolf brand condoms. Hell yeah, dude. If I was like a really rich, I had a ton of money, I would totally just start a brand, even if it didn't sell anything. We would do it. All right, so Agent in chat says, I'm not a multiplayer player, but I enjoy watching your streams. I've noticed something in this multiplayer match. Why do so few people pick factions like Dark Elves, Tomb Kings, or Chaos? A lot of it comes down to preference. Like perhaps the people you're seeing on my stream, I understand Dark Elves are kind of in a weird place overall. They don't have too many good matchups, but Tomb Kings and Chaos are both viable in a number of situations. It really just depends on the players. Yeah, it really just depends on the players. Yes, David, get the hype going. So it looks like we have our match here. So it's gonna be Avalorn versus Wood Elves. So Felkon used to be like pick Avalorn all the time in tournaments. When we used to cast his games, I remember like Avalorn was super common. This is interesting because we could get the Dryad Monster Mash front line, which would be really funny. And Dryad on Dryad action there. But I would imagine Felkon is just going to go Larry, triple Dragon Prince, a bunch of archers, and maybe just some Spearmen and maybe some Dryads mixed in. I don't know. But that would be my guess. Yok them from Denmark. What's up, man? You could start a brand, just mark everything is sold out. Dude, Andrew King. See, that's some next level logic there for sure. Yeah, it's all about the face. Hey, take care, Melody. Thanks for joining. Hey, what's up, Wicked? How you doing? This is the grand finals, guys. This is the big business. So the winner of this is going to be winning, I believe, $100 US dollars, and then the second place will be getting $50. So either way, they both earned a bit of a prize for their time. So yeah, it's good times. Go Dark Lord, but which one is the Dark Lord? They're both Dark Lords in their own respect. That's for sure. Xiphos has been killing it. He, I think his last week opponent, I think he played Evenstar. So Evenstar was undefeated also, and Xiphos beat him 3-0. Felkon last week, who did he play? Was it Crabling? I can't remember. He played another undefeated player and did very, very well for himself too. I can actually check real quick. So looking at the previous week, so yeah, Xiphos defeated Evenstar 3-0. Felkon defeated Crabling 3-1. So those were the as of week 6, those were the only undefeated players. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, sounds good. Mm-hmm. Alrighty, Lady Turn will need my help in just a moment. So we'll get through the first game, and then I'll take a quick break, go help her out, and we'll be back in business. Hey Jack, appreciate that, man. Kind words, kind words. So Xiphos probably hasn't played against good old Avalorn in quite some time. Granted, I think the meta for the High Elves against the Wood Elves is fairly, fairly normal, right? You see heavy cavalry mixed with some basic archers, because basic High Elf archers for their price point actually can trade good, quite well with a number of the Elvish archers on the Wood Elf roster. Pythonic Method, thank you. Even though it's not my birthday, I really do appreciate the donation. The meme carries on. We do have a bit of a clan war duel too. We have the clan leader of XMT facing off against one of the great champions of ODM here. So there's another layer of intrigue in this matchup, which is good. Yeah, I know. You guys tuned in at the right time. The grand finals, best of 5. I almost wanted to talk to them and be like, hey, you guys want to do best of 7? But, you know, the entire league has been best of 5. So I think it's better to kind of keep it in the proper spirits. So that's just my 2 cents. That's just my 2 cents. Dragon spam? No, I don't think Xiphos is going to bring a dragon. No, definitely not. I mean, I'm trying to think of the most extreme thing we could see out of Xiphos. I mean, I would imagine he'll play with Way Watchers and Prey of Anathrema. That's usually his very defined playstyle, but he's been playing so well lately. I have a feeling that maybe he's been switching up his playstyle. You know, trying to mix things up. Because that's the thing. If you get so known for doing one thing, and you know, people can just count on it being there, they can really learn to counterplay you. So I would imagine he's kind of diversified his playstyle quite a bit. Colin Clark, there's actually hope for the faction war yet. Hopefully in the next day or two, it'll be all good to go. Yeah. But stay tuned. Keep an eye on the channel. Of course, it'll be up. Everqueen is very good. Teclis has been making a bit of a comeback in the meta. I think I've seen more Teclis than I've seen Larry with High Elves lately. Teclis is super good too. I mean, tons of Winds of Magic. He's got Nets, Regrowth, Enfeebling Foe. Teclis is a little bit better in general if you don't want to use single entity spam. If you have like a more balanced army and there's only one target you need to heal, so let's say you have Fireborn or a single dragon, honestly Teclis is better because you just need the regrowth, right? The Star of Avalorn's kind of like crappy if you only have one value target to heal. But again, if you're going like double Phoenix with Larry and like some other valuable units, then Star of Avalorn is hands down the better choice in Larry. It just depends on the circumstances. But typically if you have one high value target that needs healing, you know, a bunch of spearmen with like one big monster supporting, then yeah, you can bring Teclis and you're going to be much better off. Because he brings a lot more utility. He's got Enfeebling Foe, he's got Nets, he's got a lot of really powerful stuff. Chris Clark, I used to play World of Warcraft. I sunk many, many days of my life into that game in the early years. From what, 2004 to like 2010. I played that game just super balls deep, but no more. No longer. No longer do I play that. All right, guys, so here we are. Let's take a look here. So, yeah, this is kind of interesting here. Take a look at this. So Felkon going for his own counter-skirmishing. He does have a massive core of the Shadow Warriors. So in total, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Shadow Warriors. Yeah, I do have another speculation video coming for Warhammer 3. It'll be coming out either tomorrow or the next day. It's on Nurgle. I already recorded all of the audio. Lady Turn is just helping me get the graphics together. So we will get that going soon. Yes. And I know a lot more about Nurgle because I play against him in tabletop, and I also have some Nurgle demons in tabletop. So, all right, Shadow Warriors here. Looks like there's going to be 5 in total. We do also have the Illyrian Reavers, and looks like Dragon Princes. Yeah. So we got the dreaded triple Dragon Prince, double Reaver for support, Shadow Warriors, and Larry. So Larry is certainly good here because, like I said, you have more than one high value target. You have triple Dragon Princes, which can really benefit from the fat healing here. So this is pretty good indeed. And now if we take a look at the army of Xiphos, he has the Glade Lord with the Prey of Anathrema, a Waystalker as well, and for his archer line, he's got double Waywatcher. Only 2 though, not going for the 3. And the rest of his army is Eternal Guard mixed in with Wild Riders and various other cavalry units. So yeah, this really is going to be a Prey of Anathrema style game. That's going to be the epicenter of this battle. Mark Sheldon, holy shit, man, thank you for the Hundy. Mark Sheldon kicking this one off with a bang. Thanks for all the great entertainment. Much love right back at you. Thank you so much, Mark, for that donation. That's way too generous, man. I really hope it's not financially burdening on you, and really appreciate that one, guys. Let's get a round of applause for Mark. Thanks again, man. Really appreciate that. It makes paying these prize pools much, much easier. All right, so the battle is underway. Hopefully you enjoyed this one, Mark. The Waywatchers are going to be moving forward, obviously, and they do outrange the Shadow Warriors. Shadow Warriors are 180, Waywatchers are 190. So with very good cautious micro, the Waywatchers typically can poke and stroke pretty good there, but Shadow Warriors are hidden, and so are the Waywatchers, but unfortunately the Shadow Warriors expose themselves a little bit early, which means that perhaps the Waywatchers can rip a volley here. Xiphos with some really nice juking, though. He's able to kind of move back and forth, and just looking at these armies, I'm just like, yeah, this is going to be like a super high micro game here. This is going to be pretty intense. So 1 volley going down in the Shadow Warriors, but they respond in kind with 4 or 5 volleys and really pepper into those Waywatchers. Only taking out 1 model, though, which is pretty interesting. Those Waywatchers enduring it like an absolute champ there. So we will see. Shadow Warriors moving forward. More Waywatcher volleys are returning. I think the Wood Elves are going to have to be the aggressors here. It looks like a little Earthblood going down to heal up those Way Watchers from the Spell Singer of Life. We will see. I know, you guys wanted High Elves, and you're getting them, man. You're getting them. No, yeah, we're having fun. Now, the Waystalker, I don't know what it's doing. It's kind of sitting here a little bit close to the High Elf lines. There is a chance that all of the Wood Elf archers could focus it, but you'll notice that Felkon and Xiphos don't just shoot every time it's available, like at random targets. Generally, they conserve their ammunition and they make sure to focus down what they want to be hitting, right? That's really a sign of a good elf player, right? Especially Wood Elves. Ammunition conservation on your Way Watchers is super important, because if you just rip shots all day, your opponent dodges it, you know, things are going to get a little bit ugly. But this is definitely pretty unfortunate for Xiphos here. The fact that this Waystalker is just kind of standing in the open means that Felkon, I don't know if it's some sort of a trick, maybe Felkon's suspicious that there's some witchcraft going on, who knows? But generally, the trading is going pretty even. I mean, one unit of Shadow Warriors is relatively beaten up. He's responded pretty well against these Way Watchers here. And now it looks like there's going to be a charge of the Wild Riders right up the front. So here they come. And the Shadow Warriors do shoot, but man, oh man, Xiphos really on point with his micro. I mean, the only thing that's a little bit shady is the Waystalker, of course. But generally speaking, the Wild Riders, like, he's dodging every big volley that Felkon shoots. He is, like, ready to dodge, which is certainly a testament to his micro and his control abilities. So Wild Hunters do lose one model. So far, the Shadow Warriors are pressing. We haven't seen too much from the Princes yet, but the Princes, what they'll do, basically, is Felkon is trying to force the Wild Riders back and the Way Watchers back, and that then allows the Dragon Princes to, like, hammer on these loose elements, like these spears and various other dudes who are kind of hanging out and chilling. But yeah, good damage coming in. Shadow Warriors aren't slouches in melee too. With, you know, 60 models, they could probably trade okay against, like, Eternal Guard and things like that. But the first unit of spears is moving up, and I would imagine there's going to be a huge hammering. These cavalry on the far side of Avalorn will be coming in, and there they go. So yeah, punching into these unbraced Eternal Guard. Eternal Guard usually die pretty quick to shock cavalry if they're not braced. And I think these ones are going to be paying the price for sure. So Shadow Warriors shoot again, still going after the War Dancers with the Azrai Spears, but Xiphos does use the Woven Mist ability to give them missile resist of 44%, which is pretty heavy metal for sure. And yeah, those spears are gone. So Felkon just, you know, methodically moving up, trying to pick things off. He's probably going to be going after these Eternal Guard right now. But yeah, that one unit over there on the far side is broken. More archers coming in, peppering into the War Dancers with their almost 50% missile resist. Makes them actually quite resilient against that. Ammunition for Avalorn is doing okay. Xiphos definitely conserving a little bit more on his ammo, being very, very conservative here, but lots of fire going into those Azrai Spears here, which is good. It removes one of the answers against the heavy cavalry. Now, Pravenoth Rama going down here is going to be locking down Dragon Princes, but Shield of Thorns coming in from Felkon, going to be giving some big physical resist. Now we have some charging across the battlefield. Reavers charge into the Wild Riders here. Fireborn going to be rushing in as well. That's really going to be painful for the Wood Elves. And honestly, that Pravenoth Rama didn't really do too much. Here you can see the Dragon Princes of Felkon do hammer into the Wild Hunters, who Xiphos then uses the Flesh to Stone on, giving these bad boys 60 armor. So they're going to be linebackers, generally speaking, but still, Larry plus the double Dragon Prince is enough to just buckle those guys down. Now on this side, some of the Reavers do get buckled off here for Felkon. They're running for the hills. Xiphos certainly running out of room to kite. Not much room to work with here. And on the other side, the Wild Riders also get hammered. Though they do get some of the Reavers, the Dragon Princes should be able to outtrade there. And if all Xiphos has left are spears, there's no way they can deal with cycle charging Dragon Princes, especially when the Shadow Warriors can get melee and provide a bit of a layer for that. Now, this could actually be a way that Felkon might accidentally throw the game. He's got Larry back here, and Xiphos does have some Way Watchers, but no, I think he's going to be okay. It looks like one unit of the Way Watchers is completely just running for the hills. Star of Avalorn going down as well in these Dragon Princes. It looks like it might keep these guys afloat. No, they're actually broken, but the other princes I think are fighting pretty efficiently. And now Xiphos isn't really able to juke here. So triple Shadow Warriors getting in there and really just doing a ton of damage here against these Wild Riders. Yeah, they're taking a lot, man. 10 leadership, definitely wavering. Now Larry probably going to get back up in the sky here. She's a little bit damaged. Shield of Thorns, of course, is active, and the princes are really aggressively chasing the Way Watchers. See what the players are saying now. They're just saying, ready, good luck, have fun. But honestly, just looking at the current state of the battle, some Way Watchers have come back now, which is actually quite nice. But I think the heavy cavalry of Felkon have been able to get the better engagements to an extent, although some of the Reavers over here are dying. But yeah, I feel like Felkon is in a little bit of a better position. If he can remove all of Xiphos' missile pieces, like these Way Watchers back here and these ones on the other side. Oh, really nice Pravenoth Rama, though. This is exactly what Xiphos needs to do to get back in the game here. Beautiful. Because had these Dragon Princes rode through and hammered them down, I don't think that he would have been able to deal with the remaining cycle charging from the Dragon Princes. But that net plus spear follow-up from the War Dancers was a thing of beauty for sure. So more Dragon Princes from Felkon going to be collapsing here, hammering into the archers. And I think this is going to spell their doom as the lances are couched, and these archers do get absolutely punted by those Dragon Princes there. And you can see, yeah, they're down, but they're not out. Man, the Way Watchers' leadership really holding surprisingly firm here. Felkon, obviously both players pretty close to the edge here, but you know, the battle kind of just developed that way. It's not like he was deployed there. And the old Way Watchers here, man, how are they not broken? They just took like a full shock charge from those cavalry. Right now, Dragon Prince is moving back in. I would imagine Larry's going to want to get some fat heals right now, and Shadow Warrior is piling in as well. So this is pretty much the final battle for the fate of Middle-earth here, and you can see the balance of power does go back towards the middle here, is now the Shadow Warriors have engaged in combat. And Shadow Warriors, when their martial prowess is active, are actually pretty damn good at killing light armor. So for example, Shadow Warriors against these Azrai Spears here, they're going to be able to do a ton of damage against these ladies and should be relatively efficient. So Shadow Warriors moving in, and you can see, yeah, the Azrai Spears are broken, and now Felkon's actually pulling ahead on the balance of power. Xiphos had the bounce there after that Prey of Anathrema, but now it's coming back for Felkon, as his Shadow Warriors do descend in the ranks, and the big Prince charge, again, hammering into these Eternal Guard right here with the support of the Shadow Warriors, which means many of these spear attacks on the ground are going to be going into the Shadow Warriors instead of into the cavalry units. So absolutely thunderous charge on those guys. And a Star of Avalorn following up as well from Felkon here is going to be healing up the Dragon Princes and the various archer units. And it looks like the Spellsinger of Life is broken as well. An absolute game for sure, but it looks like Felkon of XMT is probably going to be claiming victory here in this first game. I don't see any assets here for Xiphos to potentially get back in this match. It's looking pretty grim bones for him here, as the Glade Lord is going to be suffering army losses, and that is going to be a victory for the Aesir, and yeah, the Forces of Avalorn. GG, well played! That is game one. Well played, an awesome, very micro-intensive match. Back and forth, too. You know, Felkon looked like he was on the ropes there at the very end, but his cavalry came in with Larry and was able to seal the deal. So if we take a look at value accrued, Larry got about, oh man, Shadow Warrior's killing it. 1,000, 700, 1,000, 1,000 on this one. Dragon Prince is 1,600, 2,200, and Fireborn got 1,400. Man, like all of Felkon's pieces here got such good value. And 1,600 on the Glade Lord, which is certainly not bad. Way Watchers got 1,800 and 1,500, so clearly Xiphos' stuff performed well too. It's not like it did badly, but yeah, man. And how did that Waste Stalker end up getting 1,800 value? Jeez, man, that's intense. That is intense. So let us go ahead and update the scoreboard. That is going to be 1-0 here for Felkon. Remember, it is best of 5, so we will see what happens here. And the next map here, let's go ahead and pull this bad boy up, is going to be Carrick Buffdar. So Carrick Buffdar. Here we go. Map set. So Felkon says, here guys, get this. Felkon says to Xiphos, he says, do you recall that build? That is your build. So apparently Felkon used Xiphos' own build against him, which is pretty funny. Man, a Ledgeron, dude! Hail the mighty Felkon in round 1. Thank you so much for another Hyundai, dude! Holy shit! That is generous as hell. Thank you, man. Felkon will certainly be potentially, obviously both players here are going to be receiving a prize, no matter what the circumstances, because they're number 1 and 2 no matter what in this tournament. But yeah. Damn, man. Damn. You know, Zotes might have helped there. Like a single Zote to fight those princes might have actually been okay. I know Xiphos hates Zotes. He refuses to use them, which might be his Achilles heel. Because if you can expect him not to use Zotes, you bring heavy cavalry, and he has to deal with them the old-fashioned way. How many battles have been fought? Zach, wait, that was the very first one. So for anyone joining right now, you are here just in time. Yeah. All right. So Xiphos and Felkon here, game 2. Sit back, enjoy your tea, enjoy your coffee, whatever brew you got with you. Hey, Captain Rum, it's Rum Panda. I'm doing great. It's been a while. It's been a while since I could. You guys remember that song by Stained? Dude, a Ledgeron, thank you so much. That is really, really generous. Hell yeah, brother. What was I going to say? You know, I've been playing this game while we have a little bit of downtime to just hang out and enjoy each other's company here. I've been playing this game with Lady Turin and Italian Spartacus. We've been playing at night. It's called Valheim. It just came out. It's like a survival game that takes place in a kind of a mythical Viking setting. And man, that game is really fun. It is really fun indeed. So I'll be back in just a minute, guys. Just about 30 seconds or so, and we'll get this next match going. Gonna get some water, check in on Lady Turin, and we're good. But yeah, Valheim is really fun. I think if you guys are interested in seeing streams, let me know. But yeah, it's been a blast for sure. BRB. I return, my friends. We're back in business. Sorry about that. Did I miss something? Is somebody looking? Does Felkon have a question? All right, they're just talking through the game from before. Are they waiting for me? Let me go ahead and double check here. Okay. So it looks like Felkon's going to play Bretonnia, banning Lizardmen and Dwarves. Okay, so we're going to get a Bretonnia pick from him. Yeah, Xiphos doesn't like Zotes. He does not like Zotes, which is interesting. Because, I mean, yeah, I understand they you know, a little bit out of the aesthetic of Wood Elves, but pretty helpful to the roster. Not, like, super common, but, I mean, Xiphos' playstyle has always been more kite-centric with Way Watchers, and, you know, they don't necessarily jive with that as well. Yeah. Why is Xiphos be hating on Zotes? A small chicken! Thank you so much. Do I prefer the High Elves or the Dark Elves in your own language there? Probably High Elves, yeah. To play High Elves, but in terms of lore, Dark Elves. Yeah. I like playing High Elves. I've actually been playing them a bit recently. They're pretty fun. They have some cool units. It's really, really great to get like good value on your breath attacks. It feels pretty good for sure. And I really do like using Teclis a lot too. So yeah, we have Bretonnia pick banning Lizardmen and Dwarves. Pretty cool. So Felkon, of course, a big advocate that Bretonnia is one of the strongest factions in the game. He did represent them in the last faction war, I think, or the one before that, actually. Who are you rooting for? Oh, I can't. These guys are both my friends. I can't root against either of them. I want them both to win. I love them equally. Although, you know, when like parents say that, they're generally lying, right? I used to always like jokingly ask my mom that, like, all right, mom, who's your favorite son? Like in front of my brother, and I'd be like. Deep down, I know you have a favorite. It's probably my brother. But anyways. Yeah, it's always funny. Turin, you return to me at the turning of the tide. Anytime you can mix in a Lord of the Rings reference, your aces here in chat. Appreciate that. Yeah, so we have Bretonnia. We don't have the counter pick from Xiphos yet. He is probably thinking. So Xiphos has played Wood Elves. That's the only one he's played. So against Bretonnia, there's a number of good picks. I think Skaven is okay against Bretonnia. I think that Vampire Coast can be quite good against Bretonnia. You know, Tomb Kings can do fine too. Like all those factions, all do great there. I mean, it might be even, but like I actually love playing Vampire Coast into Bretonnia. Just bringing like a Colossus and some artillery. It feels real good. Wow, we're gonna get a Chaos pick from Xiphos. Interesting. So for those of you guys who wanted to see Chaos, and ooh, felt that the self burn. Oh yeah, Turin's favorite child is totally Felkon. I love it, dude. I'm just joking though. I'm sure my mom loves my brother and I equally. I have a great mom. I am very fortunate. My mom is amazing. She was one of the first subscribers on my YouTube channel. I remember putting up my first YouTube video ever. Back in what, beginning of 2016 or end of 2015, and the very first subscriber on my channel was my mom. She was there. I think she even left a comment. One of my early videos was like, "Oh, I love you, Nikki. Great video." That was like the early days, man. Oh God, that's so funny when I think back on it. Yeah, it was my mom, and then one of my friends, Matt, was one of my first subscribers. And Matt, so I had like 2 or 3 subscribers on my channel, and in the very beginning, and my friend Matt used to always be like, "Nick," he has this really like deep voice. He'd be like, "Nick, I'm going to unsubscribe from your channel if you don't play Minecraft with me." Oh, man. It's so good, man. So we got Chaos versus Bretonnia. Oh, look at this. Felkon switching to a Bretonian sub-faction. He's going with the Chevaliers. Dude. Look at that. Oh, we're getting Chevaliers, dude, versus Chaos. Now, this is kind of like... This is kind of interesting, because in doing this, right, Felkon is like, I'm playing Reponse. Now, does Xiphos still go try hard? Or does he like scale down his build to meme with Felkon? I think you got to go for the win. I think Xiphos is down. He's got to go cutthroat. Go as hard as he can. Okay, is he switching to the Fey Enchantress sub-faction? Okay, that makes more sense. So he's not actually doing Reponse. Yeah. Hey, how's it going, Adrian from Spain? Hope you're doing well. Turin's mom MVP. I know. So we will see what happens here. I'm not sure if Felkon's like switching between sub-factions. I'm not 100% certain which one he's going to stay on here, but we'll see. It looks like he's back to Bretonnia, guys. I'm sorry. He just blue balled you guys. That's not Fey double Paladin. Fey double Paladin probably will be the choice here. You know who's actually pretty okay against that is Kolek. Kolek can get in there and hammer those Paladins down pretty hard if they're on horseback. Yeah. I think he's blue balling us, guys. I know. Oh, he keeps switching. Why is he teasing us? Okay. Xiphos says, so what are you picking? Okay, so Felkon is staying with Bretonnia. He's staying with Bretonnia here. There is a prize on the line, so I would imagine he'll be taking it more seriously. Xiphos says, Fey blob, yes. So he knows that the Fey Enchantress is coming. Colin Tully, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Right back at you, dude. How long have you been doing YouTube? I don't know, like 4 years or something? Off and on? Yeah, 4 years. It wasn't like a full-time thing until like 2.5 years ago, give or take. So like I did it as a hobby at first. While I worked my full-time job. And then it eventually became a full-time thing. And that's more or less the story. Are you allowed to pick double Paladin with Guardian bug? So you're not allowed to pick double Guardian. No. You can only bring Guardian on one unit. If you go double Pally, don't forget Guardian bug. I'm just going to remind them just so they know. All right, so Mr. Holmes, I'm new to Total War Warhammer 2. Any tips for getting into multiplayer and getting better? So firstly, I would recommend joining these Discord communities we have. We have a lot of great people to practice with, and honestly, just watching these tournaments and seeing the builds and the play styles and then getting repetitions in is honestly just the best advice I can give you. So I would recommend joining our Discord, which will drop a link over the course of the stream. And then just use the looking to practice section. Make sure people know you're new, like, hey, I'm brand new. Any other new players want to play? And you'll be able to find someone and just get in there, practice, make some friends, do it to it. Let's see. What's the multiplayer scene's opinion on the free magic exploit Legend found out yesterday? I haven't really looked into that yet, so I'd have to see exactly what it does. Yeah, typically if you bring double Guardian, it like if you have Guardian on both Paladins, I think the bug is that it becomes map wide. So, like, you get Guardian even if the Paladins aren't near your characters. Like, it just becomes a map-wide buff. It's very strange. I think that's it. I'm not sure. Yeah, Guac says if you have 2 Guardian sources, it stays on any target permanently, even when out of range. That's what I thought. Favorite faction in fantasy? The Empire. Both in lore and play. And I love dwarves for lore. I don't like playing them as much recently. It's just... Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's just so stressful playing them. Like, your opponents really get to dictate everything against you. But I do like them occasionally against Undead, like against Tomb Kings as well as the Vampire Coast. But yeah, and the Sons of Sigmar are my favorite. I play them in tabletop. It's my jam. Yeah, so the Faction Wars got stuck on processing for like several days. And I sent a ticket to YouTube, and it looks like they should be hopefully good in the next day or two. So the Faction Wars that you guys missed will be coming back. Yeah, so things that are like bugs like that, Aerocrastic will make a post in the banner rules section of our Discord saying like this is an exploit, and if you do this, you'll get banned. So players know, and if they do it, I'll we'll either restart the game or without it, etc., etc. So all hail the Dark Lord Felkon. Well, he's up 1-0 right now. Even when Nurgle comes out, I mean, I might enjoy playing them more, but playing the Empire is my favorite. Like, every time I get to play Empire, I, like, really, really am quite happy. All right. Here we are, my friends. Let's do it. It's going to be Bretonnia against the dreaded Warriors of Chaos. And let's go ahead and take a look. It's so weird seeing Xiphos play like a build like this that isn't like elves and doesn't have bows in it. So, Xiphos here is going to be coming in with 2 Marauder Horse Masters for a little bit of counter-skirmishing. A battle line of Chaos Halberds, so it's going to be 4 Halberds, double Marauder. It's got Summoners of Rage, Warp Chicken, and a Dragon Ogre Shaggot. This is like very much like a standard Chaos build. The only thing that's perhaps a little bit different about it is it doesn't have like a... Sometimes you see Hell Cannons, like a single deep deployed Hell Cannon can be super effective against Bretonnian Cavalry, as well as the Archers. So yeah. Like, I have an Empire tabletop force I'm painting right now. I've painted 4 Demogorph Knights. I painted 4 State Troopers, a Death Wizard, and that's all I painted so far in the army. It's pretty slow progress because, you know, my hand, I gotta be careful with it, but it's looking good. I'll do a video on it soon. So here's Xiphos' force. Some poison hounds for sure mixed in is good, just to chase down archers. And now for Felkon, he's got a single trebuchet, which, you know, never hurts. Pretty good at just peppering into the halberds here. A battle line of peasant mobs, of course, very, very standard. Second trebuchet on the far side, peasant archers, and it's going to be questing knights into the sunset with a Fey Enchantress and double paladin. So this is very much an extremely competitive build, just going for the throat and not pulling any punches. It's very, very solid. Questing knights super efficient against the Warriors of Chaos, and Knights of the Realm can also be good against Spawn, good against Dragon Ogres, decent against Big Bird if they can catch him. Really, for Felkon, the main thing is to make sure that he doesn't get caught in a big final transmutation. If, for example, Big Bird is able to, catch the Paladins plus like the Questing Knights in a big blob and nuke them, that could be disastrous. Yeah, and the Paladins only have one Guardian, so the bug isn't going to be here, which is good. My graphic settings, I think, are high. They're not like super sauced up. All right, good luck, have fun. Xiphos is ready, man. Interesting to see him pick Chaos here. That's not to say, I mean, Chaos can do quite well. The halberds are very cost-effective against Bretonnia, typically, in the cavalry engagements, and Summoners of Rage also very good. They can handedly defeat Questing Knights, and they're also good against the elite Bretonnia Knights because of the magic damage surpassing the physical resist on like Grail Knights and Grail Guardians and things like that, so there's a lot of nice stuff here, for sure. Now, a little bit of skirmishing on the flank. Horsemaster is going to be poking and stroking against these Knights of the Realm here, I would imagine. Knights of the Realm are shielded, but nonetheless, if they're facing the other way like that, they're going to be taking quite a bit of damage. And it looks like some Houndos may be thinking about engaging here. Hard to say. Trebuchets are shooting in, as are the Peasant Archers, and Xiphos does juke back there with the Summoners of Rage. These poor Marauders just going to probably be sacrificed to one of the Chaos Gods. Now they're pulling back, and it looks like the Halberds are preparing. Let's go ahead and see if Xiphos can get the brace, because now Fey Enchantress is coming in with the Cav, and it looks like they do decide to pull back at the last second. Although Fey Enchantress may be thinking about still going in there. Yeah, very, very risky engagement by Felkon. So he's forcing a blob fight. This is what the Fey wants. She gets in there, she attacks the Summoners of Rage. Halberds are now moving forward. Warp Chicken could drop a big nuke here if he can somehow lure the two Paladins over to this area. That could be quite strong for sure. But the Fey Enchantress is able to get some decent work done. Now, there are some Hounds back here. Looks like Felkon might have an opening on his Trebuchets. The Hounds could perhaps go back there and chase him down. Chalice of Potions going down does nuke the Marauders, but it doesn't do too much damage. Now the Shaggoth and the Warp Chicken have engaged, and here comes the big final transmutation, I think. It's got to happen now, or else Xiphos is simply going to throw the game. The Dragon Ogre Shaggoth getting hammered by those archers. There needs to be some follow-up and some punishment for Bretonnia here. Otherwise, that's just going to be GG probably. If that Shaggoth breaks this early on, that is just an absolute disaster. Now, there are some Halberds moving in. The Shaggy, of course, doing his best, and the Chaos Infantry moving up across the battlefield. But why is there no final transmutation? There's got to be some big nuke here. I see what appears to be an Earthblood going down. No, an overcasted final transmutation. Okay, that is exactly what I'm talking about. That is very, very strong. Dwellers Below going down from the Fey Enchantress as well. But the overcasted final transmutation does actually do quite a bit of damage against the Knights of the Realm. Both Paladins are brought down to a fairly low amount of health. But man, oh man, that big old Awakening of the Wood actually just nuked those Chaos Infantry. Now, the Summoners of Rage are moving forward, hammering down the Questing Knights. Some Hounds have appeared to have gotten into the back line and are feasting on Peasant Archers. And the two Paladins did take quite a bit of damage, but I don't know if that was worth trading the Shaggoth for, letting it kind of get surrounded like that. Now, Warp Chicken here is being hunted by the Paladin Goon Squad while he does go back here and disrupt these Peasant Archers. And Bretonnia is taking quite a bit of damage over here on this side. You can see here their Knights are quite beat up. The Trebuchet position probably going to be compromised soon, although there are two brave Bretonian Questing Knights going after the Summoners of Rage, though they're really, really hammering into these guys and, yeah, doing some pretty substantial damage. So, Bounce Power, though, very Bretonian favored at this point. Getting a 2,000 gold Shaggoth that early is a pretty big win. Warp Chicken is kind of on the run. He's going to have to run over here and get some support from his Chaos Warrior Halberds. But you can never quite count a game out like this, because if Xiphos is able to get one more big final transmutation, he could get back in this game for sure. Yeah, and it looks like Summoners of Rage piling in, going after Fey Enchantress, but yeah, he needs to run back to the help of his Chaos Warriors here, because those two Paladins are hunting that chicken. Certainly looking to cook up a nice goose right there. Chain Lightning going down from Summoners of Rage. Marauder Horsemasters just kiting the Knights of the Realm. But so far, Felkon seems to be in a pretty dominant position here with his two Paladins hunting, and the Warp Chicken getting caught in just a ton of damage, man. And both Trebs are still in line. I don't know if there's any Poison Hounds left to deal with them. Felkon has actually committed some Knights of the Realm to chase down those Chaos Warhounds here. And the Summoners of Rage are pretty much the last bastion of hope here. Yeah, and you can see Warp Chicken's going to be getting hunted. Yo, nice juke there, though. He gets away from the Paladins a little bit, kind of drags through some infantry, and Warp Chicken does have about 800 HP. The only way would be like a big final transmutation. The only way. Or if like the Enchantress just died in some stupid blob and, got a little bit wild there. So it looks like a Chalice of Potions going down here, maybe. Might actually do more damage against the Pox Arrows, which is quite funny. And Warp Chicken still rocking the 800 HP. Trebuchet's going in. Enchantress is taking quite a bit of damage, but Warp Chicken is really, really close to going extinct here. Marauder Horsemasters really need to get busy. Xiphos could attack here, kill this Trebuchet, attack here, kill these archers and these archers. And now he does see that, and you can see both the Horsemasters are going to be taking more efficient angles. But Bretonnia with the double Paladin, Enchantress, it's just so much. It's so much power here. And looks like there's going to be an Earthblood going down as well. So yeah, what damage we saw from that super expensive 22 Winds of Magic final transmutation earlier, it's pretty much all countermanded by the Earthblood. And that is going to be victory for the Bretonians. For the lady! Felkon defeating Xiphos with his own people here. And there you have it. GG! Were you guys having a little bit of lag there? It should be fine, hopefully. Yeah. Let me check my lag meter. No, a little bit of a dropped frame for a quick moment, but it seems like it's okay now. All right, guys. This could be a relatively quick, decisive series here if Felkon wins this next game. Go ahead and refresh the stream. Yeah, refresh it. That should do it. All right, so Tower of Hoth is the next map. Now this is where we see where champions are made. Will Xiphos, the French king, bounce back from these two losses? Is his morale high enough? That is the question. We should just put him on like some super haggard map, like skilled or something. Felkon OP, please nerf. Yeah, the Shaggoth thing was a big misplay. That cost him the game. Like, basically, he didn't, like, follow up quick enough. Like, if the final transmutation had been... He probably didn't have the Winds of Magic for it, but if that had been, like, instant, like, that could have made that sacrifice worth it. But the Shaggoth sacrifice, that's too expensive. That's 2,000 gold. That's a huge loss. So, yeah. That's that. No, it's best of 5. Yeah, the Trebuchets were good. I don't think that's what lost him the game, though. Like, the Shaggoth play was what lost him the game. Alright, cool. Shaggy costs more than 2. Yeah, they're talking about the game there. So we're on Tower of Hoth for the next map. Yeah, it was just overextension. I mean, Xiphos' build was definitely capable of winning, but the Shaggoth thing was just not... If he had had more conservative play and just pushed up and kept the Shaggoth safe, and then caught them in a final transmutation while he was healthy, that could have been different for sure. Yeah, I agree with you, Viking. I think that final transmutation does get outvalued by Earthblood pretty hard. But the thing is Felkon actually in that engagement used the Dwellers below, so he probably didn't have the Winds of Magic for an Earthblood, unless he had a full 30 banked, or 25 or whatever. So... You know, there was no healing in that fight, so that could have been a big break for Chaos, but it was a little bit late. Hey, Tumnek, appreciate that, man. Some kind words. Some stiff competition out there. All right, so let's see what they do. It is Italian Spartacus, my Viking brother-in-arms in Valheim. We've been playing together every night. I got the itch, man. So, Spartacus, are you here in stream still? Let me know if you are. Thank you for that donation, but yeah. Yeah. So after you logged off last night, I was able to get a bronze axe and like get some superior wood, and now I have the recipe for building a portal. So we can like take our Haggard Raft and go across to another like island that has different biomes, like a swamp or a forest biome, and we can like make a portal between our base and there, which will be super cool. I'm really excited. Yeah. So yeah, in Valheim, like Sparty and I made and Lady Turin made like this super haggard raft, and we're like out at sea just going like a potato. Oh my god. It's so fun. It's a great game, guys. It's really fun. I am enjoying the hell out of it. So we were like setting up our base too. There was like Lady Turin and Spartacus and I were just like at our base chilling, doing some crafting and like, you know, building our walls. And then suddenly this like event happens on our server. It's like the woods are rising against you, and like all these like haggard like demons like charged out and like attacked our base, and we were like, scatter, run, flee, get into the base. Yeah. It's so good. I know, Ryan. We need it. But then, like, so there's like random world events where like your base gets attacked by all these like haggard gremlins and these little like demons, and like you have to. It's so cool, and they actually like attack your buildings. They like beat on your walls and like destroy your crops, and like if you don't defend them, yeah, yeah, yeah. Anna just makes fun of us for being like cavemen because Ryan and I just have like the ugliest buildings. Peterborough, thank you. Hello, man. Thank you for the donation. Did you change your name? Because I recognize your picture, but I think you had a different name before. I enjoy the game. Yeah, I enjoy it. Valheim. We just play it on our own time though. We don't like really stream it or anything. I might stream it eventually someday, but for now I'm just like learning the game. But yeah. It's really fun. Yeah, we've seen a troll. I soloed a troll in the very beginning with a bow. It took me like half an hour. But then once you get like fire arrows and like a little bit better gear, the trolls aren't too bad because they're really slow. But the trolls can one-shot you. Yeah, we definitely had a couple bad situations with trolls though. Like Lady Turin, she uses a giant battle hammer thing that's really slow. So when you swing it, you can't move. So she took a big swing at the troll and then it just clobbered her with the... And like we've had to run from them before. Like because what often happens is when you're fighting the trolls in that game, like you get attacked by other little gremlins, so you're getting swarmed, and like you fight the gremlins, and then the troll sneaks up on you. So it can be kind of nasty. That's Geese Howard. Yeah, that's what I thought, Cipe. Yeah. Yeah, no, if you're playing Valheim, you should... I wouldn't enjoy it as much if I played by myself. So just a disclaimer, like if you guys are looking to play the game, I would recommend playing with some friends. Because that's the true experience, is like running through the forest together, discovering shit, like all that. Playing by yourself, I don't think would be that fun. It's still, I mean, it might be okay, but... Oh my god, we have Beastmen! Guys, we're getting Beastmen. Oh my god. Felkon trying to close out the series with the Beastmen. Hell yeah. Yeah, he does say that. It's really funny. Guys, the beast people are here. It looks like against Xiphos' high elves on the Tower of Hoeth. Oh, the memes, dude. Yeah, Chaos Bane was fine. I enjoyed it, but not enough to like, you know, play it a lot. Like those kind of games, like the grinding, like the only one I still enjoy of that genre is Diablo 2. Yeah. The Beastmen, dude. The Bray Herd calls. Yes. Dude, are you guys ready for the sad cow noises? You think he's flexing? Oh, you know, he could be trying to send a message. I mean, closing out the series with the Beastmen is certainly... you see, Sophie's got the emojis here. If you guys are channel members, by the way, you get access to all the hand-drawn emojis from Lady Turin. One of them is Morker drinking coffee while everything burns down around him, saying this is fine. Yeah, Beastmen are definitely not a troll pick. They can do fine. Especially again, Beastmen are actually not bad against high elves. They trade pretty efficiently with the heavy cavalry. Like and your high elf infantry typically can't hold against Beastmen terribly well in my experience. I didn't really play much Vermintide, no, but I will be playing Darktide. I'm sure Sparty and I will do some Darktide like streams together and stuff like that. Yeah, my favorite build plus C in Diablo 2 is going Necromancer and summoning skeletons. That's what I play every single time. Because it requires very little stress on my hands, so I just like move with the Haggard skeletons and let them do all the work. Yeah, it's Warhammer. I'm gonna I'll be covering the Darktide game for sure. We've had several high elf games here today, guys. So this is currently 2-0. If Felkon wins this, it's just straight up over. Straight up over, dudes. Yes. The Skarsnik laughing. We'll see if Skarsnik's laughing after this game. We will see. Beastmen armor is pretty low generally. Bestigors have high armor. Razorgors I think have like 50 or something. Yeah, generally it's not too much. Sad Kazarek dance while Polish song plays. Yeah, the Polish dancing cow. Lady Turin actually like described that song to me, and it's actually about like depression, drugs, and like all these like really sad topics. You know? Yeah. Are you going to be playing back Hunter Olsen? I don't know what that is. Is that like a new game or something? The board is set. The pieces are moving. The die is cast. I know. Here we are. Yeah, Whirlwind Barbarian's fun for sure, but when you get to like higher difficulties, I don't like to play melee classes as much in Diablo 2, just because it's like, yeah, it's really stressful. Everybody in chat's like, Xiphos, win! The Beastman song has to be sad, it does. It does indeed. All right, guys, here we are. Ladies and gentlemen, Game 3 in the Grand Finals of the Gran Turino Swiss League. It's been 7 weeks of competition, and here we are. We're on the verge of it potentially being over here. If the Dark Lord Felkon can bring the Bray Herd to glory once again, he will have won a 3-0 series against Xiphos. Now, his front battle line is Spearman, backed up by a Morker the Moogave. He does also have a Bray Shaman of Death and a Wildcaster of Viletide. Pretty cool stuff. And a bunch of Ungor Raiders. Ungor Raiders are a super cost-effective archery unit, especially good against like Rangers and those type of units. And he's got Razor Gores to help deal with the heavy cavalry with the Arwar Minotaurs. So pretty good for sure. Razor Gore is actually very efficient against Silver Helms and Dragon Princes if they have proper buffering for sure. So this is it, man. And now for Xiphos. Xiphos with a nasty single entity here. He does have the Arcane Phoenix teamed up with Larry the Radiant. A single Tyrannoc Chariot, a fair amount of Kite. So yeah, Reaver Archers, Rangers in the back, backed up by Silver Helms. I definitely like the quad Reaver Archer. I think playing Kite against Beastmen can be quite effective. And what's cool is that the Reaver Archers can actually shoot at Raiders relatively efficiently because they do have 115 range against 140. Reaver Archers, I think, are definitely one of the better units on the roster. I really like these guys. Hadri says, move over, High Elves. This is our tower now. I love it, man. That's real good. Felkon has this. It's over before it began. We'll see. Never count out the French king, Xiphos. Xiphos is an unholy terror in the night, and it's been playing very, very well lately. So we'll see if he can get back in the series here. Felkon hasn't played his best faction yet. Well, I don't know what his best faction is. I suppose High Elves are one of his best factions. The Lizardmen also. So he does have Lizardmen in his back pocket. So there's a couple sneaky, tricksy Hobbits' moves he could have, perhaps. Now, Xiphos with the Reavers, going to be moving up. Felkon gets all his Raiders and immediately just starts shooting at the Reavers. But, of course, the little dudes will be able to dodge that no problem. Raiders do get a little bit of fire. Arcane Phoenix might fly overhead, too, and use its bombardment ability. I think that's what he's kind of trying to set up for right now. Yeah, it looks like he wants to do it right here. He's actually landing, so Xiphos better be careful. Beastmen have some scary surround and follow-up, but he does land into the Raiders there, get some damage, but he better retreat quickly. There are some pigs coming, and he doesn't want to be stuck there when the pigs come full force and things get pretty hog wild, as they say. Red Solo Pizza, for once I want to see High Elves win. Well, there was a High Elf win at the very first game of the stream, so your wish has already been granted in one way, shape, or form. So Reavers still just kind of pulling back and shooting. Obviously, these are shielded Ungor, so they're not going to be too vulnerable to missile fire. Although Tyrannoc Chariots certainly can butter their bread pretty good. They're steady. I would imagine going down to Shaken relatively soon. We'll see. And now comes the Pig Onslaught. And this is where things get pretty scary. The Pigs plus like the Spearman Herd and all that other stuff. The High Elf Army generally just wants to fall back and get as much value as it can from its skirmishing phase. And you can see the Arcane Phoenix is doing a good job of that. Arcane Phoenixes are incredibly hard to kill, especially with Larry. So, and they have a rebirth too. So if you do kind of get very unfortunate and it does get very low, there's a chance it can also just come back. So one Spearman unit being buckled pretty badly here. It looks like that thing finally is going to break or at least get terrified. So they will be running backwards. And the Reaver Archers, I believe, are trying to shoot into the Raiders here. It's a little bit hard to tell. I'm surprised we haven't seen Xiphos use the Whirlwind dive yet. He could use it probably on top of these guys or maybe blob up on the Chariots. Ooh, that's a little bit rough. And there it comes. But he was a little bit off on the cast, but it still does some good damage. And it looks like the Tyrannoc Chariots might get away here. It's hard to say. Felkon really out for blood right now. The Beastmen are hungry. The Bray Herd thirsts for blood. And this one Tyrannoc Chariot probably is going to be paying the ultimate troll toll here, which is unfortunate. It's not the cheapest of pieces. And he's gotten good damage back, mind you. It looks like the High Elves are going to be taking this battle up on the hill here. But the Tyrannoc Chariot has fallen. But on the bright side, it does force out a spawn summon. Morker does use his spawn summon right here on top of the Chariot to finish it off. Which means Xiphos can basically just keep kiting right now and wasting that one spawn summon, which certainly feels very, very good. So right now we got Silver Helms getting in position. Xiphos still kiting back and up the hill, but he's rapidly running out of room, being forced back to somewhat close to the edge of the map here. We will see. So fanning out at this point, Rangers as well as Silver Helms kind of fanning out in this direction. He probably doesn't want to give the Beastmen a square engagement here. I think he's going to want to get some messy engagements, kind of pull them all over the place. The Beastmen probably want to stay together, obviously. So here we have Silver Helms charging into Razor Gores and a brutal charge. That is really, really good. Super cost effective. Razor Gores do not get the charge. They weren't really supported by spears, and they are going to be paying the ultimate price here. So now Larry and the Rangers diving in the front. Those pigs are broken. The spawn should be disappearing here in a relatively short amount of time. These Silver Helms probably going to want to pull back at this point, maybe go around the back and start hammering some archers. Back in the center mass, you can see Larry a little bit surrounded here. She better be careful, because Rangers aren't the most solid backbone to have. And strangely enough, Star of Avalorn is used, and it's only going to be healing Larry and these Rangers. The Arcane Phoenix appears to be doing something else over here while Silver Helms charge in. But the Beastmen seem to have been corralled relatively well. They're not like swarming everywhere. Here you can see the cavalry charging into the spears, which are shaken. And Larry's holding okay. Star of Avalorn plus Foz protection, giving a nice boon here to this High Elf army. And these Silver Helms are able to pull back, I believe, or did they get destroyed? It's hard to say. Arcane Phoenix probably could come back in here and do some good work. Maybe if it uses a big Flamestorm right here, it could honestly terror out most of this Beastman army. But it looks like Xiphos is harassing the back line and shutting down the Raiders with the Phoenix, which appears to be going well, but like the fight's going okay for the High Elves, with the exception of Larry getting surrounded here. That is a very, very ugly situation. And I think Xiphos is going to be committing more units. Yeah, this is the right play. You get the Arcane Phoenix in here, you terror out all these like Haggard Beastmen units, you get a mass terror route, you live long, you prosper. Right here, Raiders being collapsed, and Larry is... This is going to be the deciding factor. Is Larry going to get away? If she survives, I honestly think High Elves will be fine despite this, because there are 2 spawn summons on the battlefield. But if Larry dies here, I think that's probably GG. She's at 700 HP, negative 40. It looks like Larry should be able to escape here. The Beastmen do get some very minor terror routing on the edge from the Arcane Phoenix. But yeah, Reavers need to go in and protect that, for sure. Rangers here doing their work. Reaver Cav on the flank going after the Razorgore herds, and now the cavalry moving in, the Illyrian Reaver archers. It's funny because you probably don't expect Felkon to play Beastmen, right? Then he just whips them out, and you're like, oh god, I'm not practiced against Beastmen. Who uses them? Who uses them indeed? So, oh god, another Vile Tide going down. Brutal one from Felkon, nails all the Reavers. And the Bray herd seems to be pretty happy, though Larry has come back. Larry is moving and grooving and enjoying herself. She's at 12 leadership. Now she's running across here, and the Illyrian Reavers are penetrating into the back line, but I think the High Elves are gone. I think too much damage was taken. I don't even know where the Arcane Phoenix is, and so like chasing down some random shit around the battlefield. No, here's the Arcane Phoenix. Could there be a High Elf comeback here? I mean, I'm looking at everything. I don't think so. The 2 Bray Shamans plus Morkor, the Shadow Gave, is just too much. And yeah, man, it's gonna be grim. Dark times here for the Aesir as the old Arcane Phoenix is trapped by a bunch of wild hogs. The Polish boars are on the hunt, and they are relentless predators. Now we have some poison hounds chasing off the Reavers, and that is going to be a 3-0 victory. GG, well played. Felkon coming in, man. He is representing himself as the Dark Lord, winning with the dreaded Beastmen to close out the series, but Beastmen are actually pretty good, or decent against High Elves in general. Like, it's not like... They can do some really solid work there. So, beautiful play. You know, really, really good play. I'm sure that's very stressful to play against those Beastmen. And don't worry, we'll do a couple FFAs to close out the stream. Yeah, we're going to probably do 2 FFAs, and that'll be it. Felkon really did put on a clinic, but you guys, you got to give a big round of applause to your boy Xiphos. He went undefeated in this league, played some really, really strong opponents, some of the best in the entire world, but there's absolutely no shame in dropping a series to Felkon, because he is a very, very scary opponent, especially when he's going try-hard. Because oftentimes, even in casual tournaments, Felkon will meme, but today we saw him going for the throat, and I actually enjoy seeing that. I think it's really fun to see him do his thing, so yeah. GG, well played. And you know, again, Xiphos might not have had his best day, but very well played. Felkon's going to be the grand victor of the Gran Turino Swiss League. He's the only undefeated player, so he'll be winning the prize. Xiphos will be getting the 2nd place prize, and that is that. GG, well played, guys. GG, well played. So now let us look at all the values. 700 on Morkor. The Vile Tide caster actually got 1400. Certainly quite nice. And there was more to give, too. Little Ungor Raiders got a couple hundred apiece. And they do their thing, right? Some of the piggies did okay, too. Yeah, one of the pigs got 900. Butchers of Kalkengard got about 600 for sure. Nothing on the High Elf army got crazy good value. The Reavers, for the most part, did do okay. You know, I wonder if Xiphos should have just gone, like, full kite there. Like, full kite? Yeah, instead of like giving like these rangers, like hide some spears in the back or something. I don't know. It's hard to say. Well played to both players. Hold your head up high, Xiphos. We'll see you back. We will see you back. So the prize pool for this is $150 US dollars. Yeah. David, Felkon is way better than me, dude. I know. Yeah, way better. He's like my bane, dude. I can get a game off him every now and then, but generally he's just has better game knowledge. He's got better micro. He's just better, like in every way. You gotta admit that sometimes. Yeah. The goat. Happy cow mooing. Yeah, the cows are mooing happily now. They've grazed on the high elf grass. And Glassy, thank you for the 25 zlotys. Genkuya Bardzo. I see that PLN. I recognize that. All right. So, you're welcome. GG. Well played. FFA time. Gonna rehost a FFA if you guys want. All right, Felkon says he's gonna sleep. We're setting up the dreaded FFA right now, so if you guys want to FFA Turin, and the password is 1234. So we'll do like 2 FFAs and call it a day. It'll be a relatively short stream, but short and sweet is what I like to say here. So, no, don't get me wrong. I feel like I'm a good player. Felkon wants to go to sleep right now. He's super tired, so I'm not going to bother him for more games. But I feel like I'm a good player for sure. I can contend and do well in tournaments and things like that. But Felkon's on another level, man. He is on an... Oh, look, Reginald Puggington finally made it. He's been trying for weeks to get into one of these. Attaboy. Turin plays in his tourney, guys. Yeah, so I played in my tourney currently. So there's 7 weeks in total. My record is 4-2. I've won 4 matches and I've lost 2. And I have 1 more against Call Harmon, who of course got to the finals of the faction war, because we have the same record more or less. So yeah, doing pretty good. Christian Bender, I missed your donation. Okay, let me get this. Oh, thank you for the 50 DKK, Christian. Petition to have Xiphos known as Le Xiphos. You can run it past him, man, if that's what he wants. Yes, the guy who always tries to get in has finally made it. I'm so happy for him here. He's like, yeah, I made it. All right. Let's do it. Yeah, Empire would be my best chance of winning for sure, probably. Because that's the one I like am really tuned at if I'm like going try hard, but not bringing like Hellblast. When I bring Hellblaster volley guns, I usually lose because I enjoy using them, but you know. All right. So, what are we playing here? What are we playing? We are on the Street Fight map. Let's do, So we got Vampire Counts. We'll go Dwarves. Because I feel like the Dwarves need some love here. All right. Let's get the Condom Wolf up to block this. Time to kick him out? No. Yeah, my internet just crashes and like, don't jinx it, guys. Don't you dare. All right. In my years as High King. You guys are going to like this build, I promise. It's pretty metal. Alright, that looks fine. That looks fine to me. So what do we have here? Okay. We got some dudes. We got some dudes, that is for sure. Okay, that looks good. Get a couple of you guys. It's a very elite army for sure. But I think that's cool. I think the Dawi needs some love. The Dawi didn't get any games on today's stream, so I'm like, all right, let's give him a little sweet action here. Do we want you? Yeah, it's fine. All right, ready. Satisfy the grudge. They've wronged us. I know, guys, you're gonna like this build. I promise. Someone, God. Nothing makes me angrier than Los Angeles internet, dudes. Nothing. It just like triggers me to a point of blind rage. It's so infuriating. Yeah, what can you do though, man? Yeah, they've wronged us. Grudges must be satisfied here, man. The grudge must be satisfied, and we're going. The throng is mustard on your hot dog. All right, old senpai is ready, and we have the Dryka folk over here as well. Hey David, don't worry. I'll do some you know what? I'll do some 1v1s too. I play a shit ton of 1v1s off stream, David. I do a best of 3 every single day. Like every single day I do a best of 3. That's where all my replays on my channel come from. Yeah, I don't do them as much on stream though. Mainly because, you know, stream is a cool time to like play with you guys, and you know I can get more folks to play by doing FFAs. That's kind of the school of thought. I know the internet wronged us so last time we played Dowie. A lot. We're always on the live client for the most part, unless it's a really egregious bug. We stay on the live client. Yeah. Artillery and FFA I'm not a huge fan of, although in this map it might be okay. But yeah, this should be fine. We're going in, man. We're on the steps of Isha. I brought the High King Thorgrim Grudgebearer for you guys. He never gets any love. I brought Felix as well to heal him, so we have some healing for the Grudgebearer. Yeah, man. Yeah, I usually play a best of 3 every single day just to keep my skills decent. Because I don't feel confident giving commentary unless I know like I'm actually like decent at the game. That's what always perplexes me too. Like there's a lot of other esports where they'll like bring in a commentator who has no idea about the game and they just like have been playing for a couple days. I guess for some games it doesn't matter, right? Like you have like a shooter, they're like, oh, that guy just jumped around the corner and absolutely nailed that guy. You know, it's just like generic. Like it doesn't require much knowledge of the game. Yeah. I know the blocker's up. Yeah, I'll get rid of it now. Here we are, guys. I'm always in the same start position because we're here. Play the Throng song. What is the Throng song? Are you talking about the one from the 90s? Is that like a dual reference there? Who calls the nation calls? I don't know what we'll do in the next one. Why did Drika fail as a stand-up comedian? Because her jokes were too wooden. That's good. I like that. All right, so we have the High King Thorgrim with the triple hammerer build. So our front line is super heavy dwarf metal. The High King Thorgrim's going to be there. We also have a runesmith there. What's really cool too, in combat we can use the Oath of Vengeance plus the Hammer of Carrick Draz to just like nuke our enemy's front line and do very well for ourselves. Obviously there's a vampire count, so that means there could be a Mortis engine, so we do have a couple rangers as well. So rangers. And if like the cool part about this is if they decide to like quad Vanguard on me, I'm ready for it. Like I'm cool. I can at least get some points. Felix is here to heal. Got a single Slayer in the back. We have Longbeards and Longbeards. And then basically we just have some Dwarven Miners in the back just to take a hammering. Alright, so I don't know why I degrouped everything, but let's go ahead and just put them in one big Haggard control group for now. So we definitely would like to fight the Wood Elves, especially if it's Drika. So we'll move that way and see where they go. Let me see that throng. Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking, dude. Satisfy the grudge. You know, I haven't seen Fistek playing in... Oh no, the dreaded corpse cart rush is coming. Helmengorst. So Reginald Puggington says that Helmengorst is coming, so I would be okay with fighting Helmengorst, because I could just shoot him with 4 rangers and probably feel fine. Yeah, I haven't seen Fistek playing in too many tournaments since he won the Everchosen, and I haven't seen him playing in too many. Evenstar has been playing in quite a few. Evenstar was in that Everchosen as well. He more or less was in the top 5 of this particular tournament. Yeah. So we'll see. We will see. Is there going to be Vanguard? I'm not sure. My army's a little bit slow. I mean, but this map isn't too big, so it's not that bad. We have Dark Elves up here. Dark Elves are okay. I'd probably rather not fight Dark Elves. Going up through here and like fighting the Wood Elves would be ideal in my opinion. Although if they do have a ton of missiles like Way Watchers, I don't want to fight them because Thorgrim is like a big target. The Throng song. Oh my god, that's so funny. I love that. Alright, so we got a Vanguard of sorts, so we can start moving up the streets here. So we'll just literally go right up the middle. Yeah, we could just like do a big ugly march just like that. And yeah, let's go. The Throng is mustered. Let's muster it all over this battle here. This is the problem with Dowie. This always happens. Okay, so we do have a Vanguard. Oh my god, there's a big Haggard. Oh, how did this happen? Marathi and the Manticores are like trapped in this huge Vanguard here. But it looks like there's a big Soul Stealer coming down, so that's going to be okay. And yeah, so the Corpse Cart and the Dowie are going to be a little bit late to the party, but we're gonna hustle our Dwarven, pump those Dwarven legs right now. We're pumping it. So I literally have my hands off the keyboard. And we're moving, man. We're moving. The Corpse Carts are slow. Oh yeah, he actually does have a shit ton of Corpse Carts. Damn. And a Black Coach. Okay. Oh, I hate this. Always missing out on points. There's so many points that are just going in the trash can right now that I can't get my Dwarven paws on. You're never going to win turn for heavy metal never dies. I know. I know. Well, a big ugly fight here, but vampire counts are quick to pounce on it, and the Dowie are moving. We have a nice position here, actually. This little like area is a really good spot for us to fight here. And oh my god, he brought Codil, dude. The Dryka player brought Codil. Normally we don't allow that, but who cares? It's funny. Oh my god, he brought Codil and Malevolent Dryads for his infantry. Oh my god, that's so funny. So no wonder he's just terrorizing here. Codil is just going apeshit. Codil has like a super OP ability where he like drains all your vigor and does like a spirit leech on you. He did bring the campaign tree guy. Yeah, he did. Come on, dwarves. Pump those dwarven legs. Let's go. This always happens when I play Dowie in FFA. I know. Next game I'll play a more mobile faction here. Come on. Come on, guys. Oh my god. Look at Thorgrim with his like 30 speed just waddling. Look at this. I have 0 points and someone here has 7,000 right now. 7,000 points. Would you rather have every army vanguarding you or every army away from you? Probably every army vanguarding on me, because then at least I have a chance to scrap for some points. I could still win for sure. If I will, I'm 100% going to get last man standing. 100%. There's no way. So at the very least, I'm getting that amount of points. And yeah, we want to fight this like Helm and Gorse blob here. Where do we go up here? It's probably the better spot. Let's move over there. Yeah. We're coming, guys. The dreaded Codil stands firm, dude. I think he's still around. Yeah, see? No, Malevolent Dryads. Oh my god, he has Aerial, Codil, and the only thing I'm getting is last man standing. Alright, so the vampires are coming. So we have to prepare to fight them. What are these, Blood Knights? Okay, that's fine. We can definitely charge Blood Knights. We have a lot of armor, so it's not too bad. Alright, so let's go ahead and start blasting these guys. We can use a Rune of Wrath and Rune to slow them down. And to see if we can head them off with these infantry. Yeah, that's fine. It just keeps them from hammering into our shit. Yep, Rangers are getting some fire, which is cool. Alright, so we get some fighting now. Let's keep working on these guys. Set some Dwarven infantry here. Let's prepare for battle, man. The High King is the throng is mustered for sure. And the Rangers are very, very bunched up in like a super ugly fashion. Oh, we probably should have braced for that. It's fine. Let's pull the Slayers over there. Alright, so Hammers, go ahead and engage here. Thorgrim can engage here. And we need to start shooting Helm and Gorse with everything. Because, oh my god, these guys need to like not bunch up like this. It's so ugly. Goddamn. Slayers, move in. Felix. Let's do it. Go, Hammer team. Hammer time. Pull some of you guys back. You guys move up. Pull you back. And just get these Slayers hunting the Black Coach here, because it's going to be a problem. Doggos are just kind of chilling. So, I mean, the Black Coach can only be so many places. Oh, we have the Dread Duel. We have Thorgrim battling Helm and Gorst. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Let's get in there. Slayers, peel these Doggos off if you can. And I think we have the Hammer of Character as too, so we could actually lower their stats. It's fine. Cool. So these guys can pull here. These guys over here. Felix is coming. Yeah, we're taking those guys out, which is fine. Hammers seem to be doing very well too. Helm and Gorst had to run from the duel, obviously. And pull the miners too. Actually, keep the miners back here. Get the runesmith going in. Yeah, very cool. So we took out the Doggos. Now we can start focusing this bad boy. We just need to make sure the Dragonback Slayers stay in front of it. And we should be fine. Yeah, and like Blood Knights do very little damage against a lot of my dudes. Thorgrim is just going like absolute raid boss over here. Yeah, the Black Coaches are taking a bit of work for sure. Let's go ahead and slow this one down, see if we can get some good focus fire on it. Excellent. And how are we doing in the back? Is there any pressure coming in? Not really. And Thorgrim is just hammering some zombies. He's just being a heavy metal dwarf. Alright, we're getting some points. This is good. This is good. One Black Coach is dying to our focus fire. Thorgrim can actually pin it in, potentially. Let's try that. How's our Hammer teams doing? Yeah, there's no Mortis Engine effect here, so this is good. Like, what you see is what you get. Let's leave you back. I don't think there's any, like, surprise pressure coming. And that Black Coach is in trouble. For sure. Helm and Gorse is, like, hiding behind a tree, which is hilarious. We'll shoot that other Necromancer for now. Alright, Thorgrim. Just stay near the Hammer boys. Give them your buffs. Let's get you over there. Very good. Some zombies were summoned here. I have no idea what's happening with the Codil folk. But that Necromancer should die rather quickly to our focus fire. Alright, let's go. Thorgrim work on that. Blood Knights appear to be wanting to come in here. So let's pull the Slayers forward. Cool. Alright, work on the Black Coach. Use the rune here to buff that guy down. How are our infantry doing? And that Necromancer is pretty close to dead. That's cool. Looks like there is an invocation going down on it. Alright, so we'll go here, pull these Slayers here. You guys intercept those zombies, and you guys intercept like so. Yeah, a lot of nastiness coming here on the flank. Varric's Reaver's trying to get through here. Yeah, the Slayers did get in front of the Blood Knights, which is excellent. Yeah, but the damn Black Coaches, man, they just keep going strong. Alright, so, yeah, now he's being flanked, but our Ranger position is being hunted pretty hard. Looks like the Slayers can't quite get in front of these Blood Knights. Let's see if we can get these hammers, and these guys can collapse on them too. We can just get our Rangers through that pocket, we're good. Oh, Helmengorst is running! We got Helmengorst on the run, baby! Come on! Oh god, the elves are coming. The undead party train here in the back is just trolling so hard. Look at them. Alright, so let's set up right here. And set up some Longbeards to defend them. And then we can start blasting, in the words of Danny DeVito. Get Felix going after that corpse cart. Thorgrim's a little bit overextended here. We do have a fair amount of Dwarven hammers left. Let's just get Thorgrim to kill what we can. Have the Longbeards fight here. Alright, Slayers, you keep hunting here. And the Miners can just form a bit of a choke here. Slayers might be able to kill this, we'll see. Felix is working on the corpse cart, and we can put them in guard mode. Alright, one is down. Time to satisfy the grudge! Give Drycha the business! We have runes. I think we just use the runes for the slows back here. That Black Coach should be getting blasted pretty good, especially with Slayers chasing it. The Blood Knights are trying to get through the Miners here, but we'll set some hammers too with the Runesmith, and they shouldn't get through. Alright, so back in this fight, Drycha's getting the business from High King Thorgrim. Oh god, Codil's coming. Oh god. Oh god. Not Codil. Not like this. We need to deal with these stupid Black Coaches, but I think Codil's more important to kill. So we're just gonna try and screen the Black Coach. And the Blood Knights are trying to get through there, but they can't quite find an opening. Felix can go after Marathi. Hold, High King! Hold! Come on! Oh god! Helmengorst battling some brave Miners. Alright, let's get the dudes in here. God damn, these Black Coaches are so annoying. I guess I just have to kill them, huh? I don't know if Thorgrim's gonna hold here. He might have to like try and pull back, because Codil is just a raid boss. My hammerers are doing their thing, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough. Felix, get over there and help too. Should you come get this? Is Thorgrim like getting like bounced around? I think he is. Okay, Thorgrim, you gotta stay the course, man. There's no getting out for you. Alright, Black Coaches are almost dead. The Hammerers have defended this valley in a very valiant manner. Let's go ahead and Rune of Rathrun that guy and slow him down, see what we can do. Alright, Felix Jaeger, let's go. Come on, High King, baby, let's go. Defeat the Tree Man. How much value you got so far? Only 1,000, okay. We gotta improve that. Okay, we have our bowfire. Let's go ahead and pour into the Tree Man here. Oh god. Oh no, not the chariots into my ranger line, please. Okay, Slayers, rush in. You guys screen over here against the dogs. Hammer time. How's hammer time going? Hammer of character as we'll just debuff those guys real quick. Alright, cool. The Slayers have defended. Oh man, Thorgrim did it! He's broken, but he did bring down the big tree, it looks like. Come on. Finish her. Let's go, dwarves. Let's go, dwarves. Come on. Grudges are here. Alright, let's go get Helmengorst with the Slayers. That's like a ton of free points right there. The Hammer teams are doing good, man, but Reginald's working super hard to bring them down. Okay, Ariel's close to being gone. Thorgrim probably is not long for this world, but we'll keep the Hammer boys going to... Oh, Ariel's down! Ariel's down! Thorgrim might come back. Okay, Helmengorst is almost dead too. The Rangers have been able to get good focus fire. We still have Felix too, which is cool, and a Runesmith. But now we got to deal with a lot of angry cavalry. Alright, let's pull you guys in. Now it's time for a blob fight. We have no choice. Alright, kill that Candid Assassin. Dragonback Slayers pile in. This is our final stand here. It's not going to be pretty. But I think we're in okay shape. With Felix, Felix is pretty powerful, of course. I'm going to work on that Black Coach a little bit if we can. We still have Hammers fighting too. Alright, Miners. Let's pull you guys in. And now we're getting charged by Chariots, so not much we can do about that. Thorgrim might come back. But, oh no, he only has 53 HP. The High King did his piece. He did fine. Let's go, Slayers. Keep dragging down those Blood Knights, please. Let's go ahead and slow down the Bear Retrievers here. Cool. Alright, so the Black Coach still causing a ton of disruption. We still have a couple Rangers, but they've... Oh, the King is back, baby! Let's go. Come on, Thorgrim. Come on. Keep that leadership. Come on. Helmengorst just waddling, dude. Helmengorst. Thorgrim's back in business. Blood Knight's getting wrecked pretty good. Alright, do we have any Ranger or Focus Fire? Yeah, they're all like out of ammo more or less. Nano Masho's turn. This has arrived to get you to stream Hero and I's games from today. 5 whole... Okay, sure. Nano Mashos, thank you for the 25. I actually have those games loaded up already, so yeah. So we'll do another FFA, and then I will stream the best of 5 from that series as well. So you guys are in for a special long stream today. Thank you so much, Nano, for those for the donation, man. All right, so let's go ahead and reform ranks. The Slayer's just doing the work of Grungni here, dragging down these heretical vampires. And burn through the witches and slam. Can't believe we. Oh, Thorgrim was hunted in the mountain by Marathi. Oh, poor guy. Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh. You guys want some Nickelback on stream? That sounds like fun. Here, get in there. That stupid Black Coach, jeez. Black Coaches are so annoying. Oh, Felix hit it though. Instead of getting knocked over, he hit it. That's what I'm talking about. Give me those mass changes. Alright, it's pretty close to crumbling. I don't know. We just need to be the last man standing, and I'm pretty sure we get it. Felix is doing it, man. He's straight out of the books right now. 1100 value's not bad. He only costs 800 with the kit I brought him with, so. Look at this photograph. Now it's stuck in my goddamn head. Shoot that Black Coach. What little business we can do here. It's not my birthday today, guys. So for anyone who's new to the channel, there might be a fair amount of you guys who are... How many of you guys in chat, out of curiosity, just found my channel and are just now getting into the videos and all that stuff? I'm curious. So it's a running meme that it's my birthday like every stream. I don't know where it came from or why it happens, but it's just the way of things, man. It's like the tide going in and out at night. It's like the sun rising and setting. The Throng song, dude. Oh my god. So old Senpai is causing some mischief with his chariots here. Felix should be able to handle that K8 assassin pretty well. We'll see. Although he's pretty swift. Let's go, Slayers. I feel like okay, the Gorst army's gone. I'm looking around. I mean, do the Draika folk have anything left? It's hard to say. Okay, let's do this. Get you going here. Slayer's unfortunately getting run over. I might not be last man standing, actually. The Dark Elves might be able to get me. It's going to be close. Felix needs to connect with this guy, like, ASAP. Because he's being attacked by Marathi as well as the Goon Squad here. Let's shoot Marathi with the bow. Okay, Felix did connect. His bonus for infantry carried home. Negative 20 on him, which is good. Now we just need to get Marathi a little bit if we can. Yep, we got Marathi. That should seal the deal. We just got enough damage on his characters that I think we get it. Dragonback Slayers won't let her escape. Unfortunately, we're out of ammo, so. Alright, so K8 Assassin is at negative 64. Thank you, Francis. That character is shattered. Okay, so, oh my god, Draika's like waddling around the other side of the map, which is hilarious. So yeah, now we're just kind of in chase mode. I don't know what else we can really do. Yeah, no, there's a Draika on the other side. And are there Treekin around? I think the Treekin... I'm looking here. I see a couple shattered units. I don't know about that. Old Senpai says he's going to get the win. Maybe. I don't think so. He's too far behind in points. He'd have to be last man standing. So Marathi plus the Scourge Runners would have to solo this entire force. Yeah, Slayers are hands down the MVPs. I mean, they probably have a ton of value. Yeah, 2,300 on the Dragonback Slayers. Dude, that's insanity here. Okay, Draika is gone. Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes Wookiee laugh. Alright, here we go. So we're preparing. Don't want to be in that formation. So, let's charge. It's fine, here he comes. Marathi's coming for blood, the Slayers are following up, and then we can send the mass in afterwards to pin in the chariots. Marathi's going. She's going for Felix. The romance of the ages. Come on, Felix. Oh, the Runesmith combo. Let's go. Let's go, Air Jaeger. Oh, the Runesmith with the steel chair in the back. Oh, yeah. Oh, satisfy the grudge. They've wronged us. All right. I know, Garland. When I actually, she didn't know about that song, Garland. I showed it to her when the winged hussars arrive by Sabaton. Yeah, if I played that though, the stream would get shut down because it's a copyrighted song. Yeah. So you can play copyrighted music in videos. What it does is it just takes away all your revenue and it shares your video less. But if you play a copyrighted song on stream on YouTube, it actually can terminate your stream and just shut it down right away. Yeah. So right now we're doing some FFAs. So what we'll do is we will now cast the best of 5 game series from Nano Mashos. Apparently it was a very good series, and apparently my dad was playing in it here in Papa of Turin. So I think we have to cast that one. It is an epic song. It is. So let me get the replays loaded up. So we'll cast another best of 5 here, and then we'll do one more FFA after that, and that will be the that'll be the big Monty. All right, firing it up. We got the replays. Thank you for the donation, by the way, guys. Nano and Jeremy. Freddie Knight. If I used to, when I was in college, I used to be able to do a couple of really terrible cliche accents. Maybe I'll start practicing them again just to make you guys laugh. All right. Cover is risky too. Yeah, it's risky. So let's look at some value here, guys, before we go. We have Thorgrim, who got 1,200. Felix got 15. Felix actually did well. Thorgrim got a little bit overextended. But the Dragonback Slayers, they did it like champs, man. 2,600. How did the Hammers do? 1,500, 1,000, and 1,400. Man, the Hammer teams did really solid. I love that. Oh my god, guys, look at Codil. Yeah, Gokfim, I know the history. Because Lady Turin has filled me in on that. So dude, Codil just went apeshit. 4,300 value on him. 34. Man, the Wood Elf army got a really nice lead. Look, he even brought the Flying Hawks and like the campaign units. That's so funny. Old Senpai was a champ too. 40. Marathi always gets a shit ton of value in FFA because she's mobile, she heals, and she's her soul stealers are really good. Well, no, not better than a regular soul stealer, but you get the picture. So yeah, Marathi was a beast at 4,300. And Helman Gorse got 700 value. He tried. Reginald Puggington was microing his heart out, but it was like the choke points were really unfortunate for him. Like I had a ton of chokes that I could like block him with and like buildings. That was really obviously, you know, FFA isn't balanced. So, but his dreaded black coaches were quite quite annoying. He did really well with those. So now we can go ahead and get into the next best of 5, guys. So thanks again for sticking around. GG, well played. So doing a best of 5, then FFA. Again. All right, so I just let the players know that we're hanging out there. And let's go ahead and do it. So we will do replays here. Engine of the Gods. I'd be down for an Engine of the Gods. It's one of my favorite units to use. Yes. Mark, your battles are coming, my friend. I'm just loading them up right now. So we have another best of 5 here, which apparently was a really good series. So quite excited to cast these games. Ooh, look at that. That build looks very familiar from Nano Mashos here. I think that's like very similar to what I like to use. Very cool. And here and coming in with an aggressive Wood Elf build. All right. Yeah, Reginald, if you just jumped back in, that's exactly what I was saying. I was like, dude, you had got so screwed by the map because like your Blood Knights just got forced into chokes. And it was like so you know, straightforward to defend. All right. Versus Huron. It is Huron. It is time. Don't worry, guys. There's plenty of joy to come on this stream here. We're only an hour and a half in, so we'll do another best of 5 series, and then after that we'll go back and do one more FFA to close it out. So, all right, so here we are, my friends. We have Nano Mashos against Turin, both players in my Swiss league who are doing quite well. And here's a series between them. It is a best of 5. And Mark in chat says, I wish to ask Ariel for forgiveness for what is about to happen. Okay. Now, if we look at the Wood Elf army, it looks like it is a dreaded vanguard. So Turin is going to be coming in here with Dryad Rush, which is obviously quite effective. They're good against State Troopers, a little bit weak against Knights of the Blazing Sun and Heavy Cavalry, but that doesn't matter. Most infantry are. Dryads do a good job. So we got Dryka to summon Dryads on any, silver bullets, handgunners, things like that. Ariel, of course, is always a pretty big power piece. We have a Glade Captain, what appears to be on a big old stag back here, which is, I love that mount. That mount is so goddamn cool. But it is an anti-large armor-piercing cav unit, which is quite neat. We got Glade Riders on the flanks, Wild Riders on the flanks as well, and that is a very aggressive Wood Elf army. Now, for the Sons of Sigmar, yeah, I think the pirate image is from Creative Assembly, yeah. 100%. For the Sons of Sigmar, this is my favorite thing against Wood Elves. The Black Lions are hands down my favorite unit. They're very good against Waywatchers, and against Rush they're okay too. But we have Marcus Wolfhart, Sigmar Sons Flagellants on the flank, Knights of the Blazing Sun and Empire Knights with some basic State Troopers. So this is going to be a knockdown, drag out, super fast fight here, guys. So let's see how this unfolds. So firstly, the Glade Captain ripping the first volley here. It looks like Marcus Wolfhart responds by picking off a couple Dryads here. And the Hellblaster Volley Gun Wagon appears to be shooting into the Wild Riders, but now switching onto the Dryads, which are on the flank. But Ariel looks to be the target of Marcus. Marcus has switched to target on there, but a big flank overload coming in from the Wood Elves here. The Cavalry, yeah, Empire Knights that don't get the charge, pretty unfortunate. But at least the Knights of the Blazing Sun turn around, and that will be a winning trade. They do defeat Wild Riders, but let's go back to the middle. In the middle here, Ariel is, of course, disrupting the wagons, which certainly has to feel quite good. We have the dual cav engagement on this side. The Knights of the Blazing Sun and Zittler's Reichsguard will easily win that engagement, 2v1. Or 2v2, excuse me. But this is a little bit more of a tenuous engagement here. The Empire Knights are on the point of breaking and wavering. Knights of the Blazing Sun holding like absolute champions. And the State Trooper Spheres trying to protect the wagon here. But you can see the Wood Elf Cavalry have done a good job of getting on top of the Black Lions and temporarily shutting those guys down. But Ariel still getting peppered down by Marcus. I would imagine a focus shot is going to be coming at some point, and a nice Malevolent Dryad summon to give some extra damage against the Tattersouls there in the middle. So the wagon is back in business. That might be a Soul Stealer coming in from Ariel. I can't quite tell what witchcraft that might be. Yes, it is. It hits the Spears, the wagon, and Marcus. Pretty decent value for sure. And the Knights of the Blazing Sun still trading pretty effectively. You can see, despite it being like a 4v2 fight, the Knights of the Blazing Sun defeated the Wild Riders, more or less, and are now piling in and absorbing all these different units for sure. And on this side, it's going very well for the Sons of Sigmar. 2 relatively expensive Wood Elf Cavalry units have been caught here. Now, your boy Marcus Wolfhart going to be getting ready to rip some shots here, so he's going to be going into... okay, he's like sunken into the earth here. He's like, help, Anakin, I'm trapped. He's like Mufasa. He's like, Scar, help me. I'm trapped in the earth. But anyways, yeah, ripping some shots at Ariel. But Ariel and the Glade Captain, the Stag Captain, actually proving to be very, very useful here for Turin. It has the speed to keep up with the wagons, and also has the armor piercing to defeat the wagon crew. So the Sigmarites in the wagon are like, oh god, we're being hunted by a giant angry stag. And Dryka is also on the hunt as well. But oh, this is a really nice, it's like the Rohirrim coming from up and over the hill. Knights of the Blazing Sun and Zittler's Reichsguard rushing in to protect the wagons. The wagons are very, very important here. You really need them for sure. But oh, Ariel's in a little bit of trouble now. Marcus was able to get some nasty sniping. She's at 300 HP. Will the Huntsman claim his prey? He's like, Throt, eat your heart out. Ariel does go down to the lances of the Knights of the Blazing Sun, so it certainly feels pretty good for the Empire. Now, it's still a pretty close game. Obviously, the Wood Elves have dominated this particular engagement with just sheer attrition. The Dryads are probably going to win their frontline fights here. This is certainly anyone's game at this point here. So more Wild Riders charging in, but Empire Heavy Cavalry, especially the elite Zittler's Reichsguard, as well as the Knights of the Blazing Sun, should have a pretty massive advantage here in terms of the cavalry fight. So if the cavalry can be removed for the Wood Elves, and yeah, then these Cav could theoretically just cycle charge much of the Wood Elf army into oblivion. So we'll see how that goes, but like I said, there's still Dryka here. We still have the Wild Riders, a fair amount of power. And Marcus would get spanked by Dryka pretty bad in just melee combat, so he's probably got to peel off from this engagement, although he does take out a couple Cav in a super epic fashion. There's another summon right there. The Malevolent Dryads going down on top of the Reichsguard. Very good. Very similar to how you see Vampire Counts play against Empire. Basically, when they're cavalry charging, you drop a zombie summon. You know, same kind of principle here. Now, the wagons are still functional. They're still going at this point, which is definitely nice for the Empire. However, I don't know how much longer they're going to last. It seems like the Wood Elves have finally gotten their number here. And the Black Lions are down to about 1,000 HP. probably going to be losing another wagon here. Wild Riders are very quick, 90 or 85 speed, not quite the speed of Great Stags, but they can keep up and really punish those bad boys pretty good. But a lot of State Troopers left as well. Knights of the Blazing Sun, their armor holding well. What's also cool about Knights of the Blazing Sun in this matchup is the fact that they do have magic resist. So things like Dryads, which already lack armor piercing, hit them like wet noodles. And they can really sustain against Dryad cores for quite some time. State Trooper Spearmen doing their thing. Marcus Wolfhart, though, being an absolute beast, shooting downtown, now sniping the Glade Captain. And the wagons are broken. The Wood Elves definitely need to get something to chase those off. If the wagons are allowed to come back, that could potentially be the tide that turns and ends the game here for the old Woodies. Because if they get a lot of distance, for example, over here and just start ripping shots into this Wood Elf army, that would be pretty disastrous for sure. But it looks like there isn't going to be enough to chase them off as the Knights of the Blazing Sun intercept the Glade Captain. Marcus Wolfhart going more or less Super Saiyan this game. Now he's going to be turning, still has pretty good ammo. Glade Riders are going. Yeah, this is a good play here by Huron for sure. Get back here. Oh, but Marcus with the net. I was about to say that was good. Huron was going after the wagons there, but that was a really, really good net as well. But hey, look at that. The Glade Captain is actually still shooting as well. So the Glade Captain has really good ammo. And now the Stags are back in business. Is there going to be a Last Samurai? Are the wagons going to rip some shots before they get charged? Doesn't look like it. Oh, Last Samurai. Oh my God. That thing got absolutely blasted, man. Oh, Marcus from the back and the Black Lions there from the front doing a ton of damage. Dude, that was brutal. Oh my God, that was sheer brutality. So now the Black Lion wagons are business. Obviously, they could be compromised here, but that was a big play right there. Draika is, more or less healthy, but Marcus seems to have enough ammunition to potentially kite Draika. How many Malevolent Dryads are here? It looks like these are all like natural Dryad summons. And now the cavalry are going to be going back here, hunting down the Black Lions, but there are some Knights of the Blazing Sun, or actually Zintler's Reichsguard back, who have huge armor. They have 120, so Wild Riders would really struggle here. And also there's a Jade Wizard helping, and he still does heroic damage. Now, for the Wood Elves to get back in this game, they're probably going to have to use Draika and maybe just get some nice branch flaps here on Marcus, would be my guess, and maybe somehow shut down the wagon, but I just don't see any way for the Wood Elves to potentially win this now that the wagon is stable. Although, here comes some Glade Riders. Maybe they could do it. Hard to say. 29 leadership, maybe going to get a charge here. Marcus does rip a shot as they get close here. And the wagons are shaken, but wagons do have 90 armor themselves. And then the Zintler's Reichsguard collapse in, shattering the last of the Wood Elf cavalry. So now, basically, the Sons of Sigmar just need to run as far as they possibly can with the wagon. Get that thing away, and just keep using Marcus and the Jade Wizard and the cavalry to hammer the Dryads, because if that thing can create distance, the Black Lions, obviously have a shit ton of ammo left. Oh, really nice net. That is the final net from Marcus, the Hunter Snare, and it does lock down a large portion of this army right here. Yeah, that was legit actually a Last Samurai moment. That was true. It was like that same kind of similar technology taking down a more primitive technology. That was probably the most Last Samurai moment we've ever had on this particular stream. Hands down. I think so. I'm trying to think of a more... That was the Last Samurai. Quite literally. Yeah, anyways. Rant over. So Draika a little bit surrounded now. Mark is able to shoot up and over and actually pop her pretty good. But Draika, getting some work in on these cav and picking off a couple models here. And I don't know, how is this game going to go, man? I feel like the Dryads are not going to be able to catch the Black Lions. And Marcus has a couple shots. Is that going to be an Amber Bow? It looks like it. Ooh, a nice shot into Draika right there. Does quite a bit. The Jade Wizard is no slouch in combat, like I said. He does have 300 weapon strength, a little bit squishy himself, so he'll have a bad time in most combats. But I believe there's also some State Troopers in the distance, some dreaded tactical reserves, so some Spearmen are making their way across, which will be very nice. And it looks like these Dryads maybe abandon their pursuit, realizing that the wagons of Sigmar are far too fast, and those guys are going to be getting away. Oh no, they're getting into melee! The wagons of Sigmar! That's very risky though. Dryads could actually kill these now, and without the wagons, I think that the Wood Elves might be able to actually win this game. The wagons are the thing that's the carry here. Oh no, they need to just run for the hills! Draika is pretty swift. She's got 43 speed, but it looks like a really nice Earthblood going down by that Jade Wizard. Marcus, of course, is just running and shooting. Wagons are charging in here, so they do get a nice run over there. Might be able to break the leadership with some of those. Oh my god, this is so funny. Jesus, what a game. Zintler's Reichsguard have come back. We also have some Spearmen in the distance making their way in, but it looks like the rear charge from the Black Lions was able to actually do some damage. And now the Hellblasters are able to get away. A couple of the Dryad units are broken. Marcus in combat here is, he's fighting in melee now. He only has a couple shots left, so he's just like, screw this shit, man. Trying to get back. What can trees do against such reckless wagons? I don't know, man. This is making my great Empire General Fred Durst quite proud right now. So now we have the Jade Wizard versus Draika. Now, Draika does have steroids when she gets hurt, so when she gets beat up, she actually does more damage. But Marcus rips a really nice shot right there, and the wagons are actually broken, so they'll probably create distance on their own and eventually come back. But Marcus and the Jade Wizard should be able to win this 2v1. Like, if the Jade Wizard just doesn't ride in circles like an idiot and actually fights here. Ooh, nice shot there on Drika. She's at, what, 1,000 HP, give or take? It's pretty giant, actually. Oh, man, and the Zentler's Reichsguard coming in the back with a nice lance as well. Knocks her over, does a couple hundred damage. The wagons are still running, so they should be able to get away from the Dryads. They have only 7 more speed, though. It's not that big of a differential on those wagons. Oh my god, what a scrap. Drika comes in with the big old branch slap there, but the Zentler's Reichsguard, these brave Knights of Franz here. Oh, but Drika with the 1-2 punch right there, dragging down those big Knights. And then the Jade Wizard coming in. Oh, by god, he's broken her in half. She's not wavering. A couple Dryads do make their way back in. Some Spearmen that have been hoofing it across the battlefield for a good 20 minutes have finally made it back. And here it is, the final battle for the fate of this duel. And it looks like game 1 is going to be going to Nano Mashos and the Sons of Sigmar. Holy shit, what a game. That was actually one of the more entertaining games we've had in quite some time. That was really fun to watch and cast, so thank you guys for sending those in. Nano Mashos barely pulling it out, and I have to say, his Marcus Wolfhart play was amazing that game. And yeah, Huron played really great too, man. I mean, both players could have won that game. It was just nail-tight, razor close, whatever analogy you want to use. Look at the value on Marcus. Holy shit, man. 3,500 value on Marcus. Black Lions got only 800. They were running most of the battle, but the heavy cavalry were great. 1,800, 1,900, 2,200. This is very similar to the build I like to use. It's just like you win the cat fight. The Black Lions like kill the kite. It's quite strong for sure. Yeah, and yeah, Ariel definitely took a bit of a beating for sure from Marcus. Nothing on the Wood Elf army got like insane value. Like it was more spread out over the whole army. Although these Wild Riders did some very good work for sure. Some very good work for sure. So let's update the scorecard here. That is going to be up 1 here in the series, and now we'll be jumping over to the second match, which should be quite a bit of fun. That was really close. That was a great game. All right, so Empire. So going with some more Sons of Sigmar. It's going to be Fey Enchantress against Karl Franz, which is certainly fun. A lot of people, a lot of Empire players actually these days, I've seen them banning Bretonnia. Personally, I don't mind it, but I feel like maybe it's slightly Bretonnian favored because their cavalry typically outtrades you, and then they have the Fey Enchantress with the Paladins, which is really, really obnoxious. Hey, Wicked, man. Thank you for your help. Really appreciate that, dude. So let's load into this next battle, guys. Here we go. And the battle does indeed rage on. So here we have the Bretonnian Horde. It is going to be Nano on the Bretonnians with the Holy Wardens, Peasants, and he does also have Men-at-Arms backed by Archers. Pretty good stuff. Applying Poison is always helpful. And Questing Knights. Questing Knights are pretty cost-effective. They trade very equally with all of the Empire Heavy Cavalry. They defeat Empire Knights. I don't know how exactly they do against Knights of the Blazing Sun on the charge. I think they would probably still win. Demis, one-on-one, I'm fairly sure do win, but barely. And the Questing Knights trade upward in terms of cost very well. And if you have like a Fey Enchantress or Paladins nearby, they win that, right? So we got Fey double Paladin, very standard. You guys have seen that in pretty much every Bretonnian game because it is the most competitive way to play them. So now for the Empire, we got Franz, State Troopers. We do have a fair amount of cavalry, Empire Knights. Empire Knights will lose to Questing Knights, but they're not there to win that fight. They're there to buy time for the Huntsmen as well as the Great Cannons to do the work. So yeah, pretty cool build. I definitely dig it. You can see handguns and Huntsmen are kind of interchangeable here. Huntsmen do have better range and better arcs of fire, so some people like to use those. I think that's totally fine. Got to be careful though. This cannon is obstructed right now, probably by these Huntsmen standing right in front of it. So a little bit painful there, but we will see how it goes. So the cannons are not shooting yet. Honestly, yeah, with cannons probably deploying out here in open field would be quite a bit stronger. Deploying close to the forest gives your opponents a whole angle they can take where they can avoid your fire. So the double Guardian, I don't know, we'll see. No, it's totally fine, it looks like, I think. Yeah, it looks like only one of them has Guardian, so. Here comes, the series has already been played anyway, so I guess we could make them replay that one if we needed to, but. The Empire Knights will be screaming forward and hammering into peasant mobs. Certainly not a bad idea. Although they probably will take a lot of peasant bowman fire, which I think in the end will be a better trade for the Bretonnians. Although I guess he's just trying to blunt the charge of these guys and like slow down the peasants and buy time for his great cannons and other assets to perhaps do some work. So Men-at-Arms and peasant mobs do get run over pretty good by the Empire Knights, making their combat stats look good, the peasant mobs. But now falling back before the Questing Knights can follow up. Although honestly, Franz could engage here. Like, you could turn, attack with Franz, but yeah, I think it's a good idea not to. With all that peasant archer fire, applying poison and just nasty stuff, definitely not fun. But again, relatively rough situation here. This Empire Great Cannon is heavily obstructed. The other one is shooting, so that is a really serious mistake to have made here in the early game, but it looks like now the Huntsmen are moving forward, and hopefully for the sake of the Sons of Sigmar, this cannon will be able to shoot. But also there's a hill here, so the cannon is really going to struggle to shoot anything that is not out here. So Franz has engaged the Questing Knights. He's popped Gall Miraz and Reichel and Runefang, and he's doing huge damage. Franz is quite strong here for sure. You can see just mulching through the Questing Knights, but he needs a little bit of support. Franz does stand alone, and the Companions of Quinels are coming in, and they are anti-large specialists. Normally Franz would be totally fine here, but yeah, Franz is an absolute beast, man. Look at how well he tore through those one Questing Knights, but yeah, now he's completely alone. And the Empire has kind of fallen back here. Huntsman getting some good fire into the Holy Wardens, who of course do not have shields. And the Fan Enchantress and the Paladins are slightly out of position, but it looks like the old Franz daddy is able to get away from that engagement with an overcasted regrowth perhaps coming down. So that is a really, really, nice situation for the Franz. Although he did take a lot of damage, he did punish Questing Knights. He also forced out a regrowth of his own, and he pulls back through the spears. Now the Bretonnians are going to be getting through. Yeah, really unfortunate with this Great Cannon in this game. It's been obstructed for so long. It may end up costing them the game. We'll have to see. We will have to see indeed. So Empire Knights moving in. Here comes a big charge and hammering into the Men-at-Arms. And Men-at-Arms have very pitiful combat stats too, so beautiful charge there on those bad boys for sure. But the Bretonnians are surging forward and certainly doing quite well for themselves. The Great Cannon obstruction has got to be helping. This thing has probably shot like 1 or 2 shots this entire game, if any. I don't think it's even shot yet. So this is basically 800 gold that's not doing anything. And now we have the Duel of Duels here. Franz going in, getting a couple nice blows on the Fan Enchantress, who also then hurts herself with an Overcast, which obviously you can't control. The Fae does have 2 Paladins nearby, giving the good old Guardian as well, and the Empire Knights are occupying the Paladins. But now Bretonnia coming in with a thunderous countercharge as well. Nano Masho is going for the kill, but Franz is able to get back up in the sky. And the Great Cannon here is shooting. The other one is now firing as well. So it looks like it may have shot 1 shot here. Hard to say. Franz is somewhat healthy. He's at about half health. Huntsmen are able to get a nice concave of fire, so all of the Huntsmen here are shooting. But now it looks like Bretonnia finally able to get some cab back here, and this is going to feel good. So well played there. Able to get the Questing Knights into the Huntsmen, which are very squishy. Franz going to be trying to peel here, but Bretonnia really pressuring from a number of angles. The 2 Paladins have gotten right in front of the cannon. Going to be sitting on that, shutting it down, and Empire Knights are not going to be able to peel off for that at all. Again, I really think the tail of the tape for this has been the Great Cannon for sure. Oh no, Mark, it's no problem, man. It's an easy mistake to make. Also, the hill thing too, Mark, was a little bit of a problem for you, I think. Like, the fact that this hill was here means like his cavalry couldn't really be shot until he was right in your face. Definitely deploying a little bit more in open field would have been a breadwinner for you here. Not to say it's over. Huntsmen are pulling back. One cannon is offline. The other cannon should be crossfiring here. It's a little bit hard to say. Franz can hard carry games like this. He can do some serious work. And the Bretonnian infantry is also quite beat up here. You can see the spearmen are moving forward, but yeah, some of the archers are compromised. Franz is really going to have to go Super Saiyan. This is a good play, though, for sure, by the Empire. Able to stabilize all their Huntsmen, get them back. They have good ammo. They can really, really tear apart a number of units in the Bretonnian army. And Franz, with a second regrowth here, is able to heal up to full health and thinking about going in, but I like the fact that he decided to pull back there at the last second, considering the 2 Paladins were pretty much standing idle and ready to go. And yeah, nice juking here by Nano as well. He's able to move those Paladins and pretty much get the Huntsmen aren't able to hit anything. So I think starting to shoot into the Peasant Archers here would be good, or pretty much anything in this blob. Just rip shots in there. That'll get you some value. And hope that Franz can carry you in the late game. So is he going to go for the Paladins here? Looks like the Franz is flying overhead. He's thinking about it. The nation calls for sure. And the Empire Knights are doing very well. Even Men-at-Arms Spears, though they have anti-large, have really crappy AP. So this might be a good time for Franz to go in. And he's going for the Fan Enchantress Knight, which is certainly not a bad idea. And he gets 2 really nice shots in the Fan Enchantress. Reichel and Runefang and Gall Miraz active, and she takes an unholy beating for sure. Down to 1,300. Fan Enchantress in a little bit of trouble here, guys. And she is getting worked on here. And now the Huntsmen are still shooting. Franz coming in with the steel chair. And Bretonnia basically getting mass buckled. We get a terror out there. And the only thing that was really left were the 2 Paladins. GG. So despite the cannon obstruction, the Empire able to pull that game back. Very cool. Franz going hard carry mode, man. 2,100 on the Franz. Curious. These Huntsmen probably did good too. They earned a couple chevrons, looks like. 961. 500. 750. And 758. Yeah, the Bretonnian cavalry definitely got hammered by the Huntsmen pretty good. And Franz. Yeah, GG, well played. It was a good game. A good, proper scrap. So now we're 1-1 here in this competitive series. Let's load into game 3 here. GG, well played to both players. Man, the Empire's doing pretty good here in this particular series, huh? So now we have Greenskins versus Lizardmen. Nano Masho is coming in with the Green Tide, facing off against Big Chungus Mazdamundi. Oh man, this is going to be fun. I always love greenskins versus lizardmen. It's a really fun matchup to watch. Yeah, Franz is a great carry character. I'm so happy I have his tabletop model. I gotta get it painted up. I've been slacking on that, but I've been playing that Viking survival game every night, because usually that's my routine. Like, I'll paint at the end of the night, but now I've been using what little hand strength I have to play with Spartian Lady Turin. All right, guys, let's do it. Let's have some fun. Nano Mashos versus Huron. Game 3, 1-1. Here for Nano, we have the greenskins facing off against the lizard people, who are going to be led by Huron, Papa of Turin. Love the name as always. Yeah, this is a fun matchup. Now, for the greenskin army, pretty straightforward for sure. He does have the double spider. Spiders, of course, are good against dinosaurs. Black orcs are amazing. They defeat all of the lizardmen infantry. And on top of that, they do also have ITP, immune to psychology, the insane troll posse, as we call it here. And yeah, makes them really good. Also, against big dinos, they have good AP. They can still hurt the big dinosaurs. Some skulkers and goblins filling out the front line with some stone trolls and a very light skirmishing core. Just in case your opponent has pterodons, it's always a good idea to bring a couple skirmishing elements like this. So that is that. And now if we take a look here at the lizards, we're going to be led by Huron, Papa of Turin. He does have Lord Chungus here, Mazdamundi. I think that Mazdamundi is hands down... Yeah, Valheim, yes. I think that Mazdamundi is hands down one of the best lords in the entire game. He's so powerful. Great bound abilities, good items, really cost-effective mount option. Mazda is a beast. I would probably put him at number 4 for most powerful lords. I'm actually working on a video for that, but... We have an Ancient Stegodon with a machine gun on top. We do also have the cohort of Sotek in the back, some spears, as well as some chameleon skinks, pterodons up in the sky, and that is it. So very elite armies for both players. Like, each of them have good infantry quality with 2 big monsters. Very, very similar in that way. Yeah, Valheim is an early access. I really enjoy it. I've been enjoying the hell out of that game. But if you're going to play it based on my recommendation, make sure you have a friend to play it with. That makes it a much more fun experience. I haven't played it solo, but I can foresee it not being quite as fun there. All right, so the battle is underway. Spider Rider's doing a little bit of light skirmishing against the pterodons, and the Goblin Great Shaman, of course, has the Vindictive Glare, which I would imagine he'll be spamming on Mazda. Now, greenskins probably have a slight advantage in the infantry with triple Black Orc. Those things will annihilate the Saurus, so it's really important to make sure those Black Orcs get in there, and that the spiders fight together. If the lizards are able to isolate any of the spiders, that certainly could be quite painful. Rock drops are also a big factor, so good rock drops along the Black Orcs could be game changers. And it looks like there is going to be a Manticore summon, no, a Spider summon coming in from the Arachnoid Queen. Quite nice. It applies poison immediately to Mazdamundi. And don't even try it as active, which does actually add to his spell cooldowns. It's pretty much like Arcane Unforging. So now we have 2 spiders on Mazdamundi. A little bit rough for the big Mazda. He definitely wants to pull back and you know, do a big Tokyo drift around here. We do also have some dreaded tactical reserves in the back, so the chameleon skinks are unfortunately sitting and watching Big Chungus get dragged down here. And Mazdamundi is having a pretty damn bad time. The 2 spiders are both anti-large AP monsters. With the WA active, they're really dominating him. So this could be a relatively quick victory here for the greenskins if this carries on, because the Black Orcs are out trading all across the board more or less. Except here, I guess, the Croxagores were able to do quite well with these Saurus Spears. But yeah, the Black Orcs are doing very well. Mazdamundi is super damaged, and you can see now the balance of power is already in the favor a little bit of the greenskins. Now, net of Amtok going down, going to be locking down at least that one big spider there, and there is going to be a banishment coming in from Mazdamundi, and this is good proper play here. Get Mazdamundi, go after Black Orcs, and then kill the spiders in the late game. Trying to fight the spiders like straight up with Mazda or your other big Stegodon is going to be hard. It's doable, but hard. But I do like Mazdamundi going after the Black Orcs. That feels like a much more efficient usage of time. On the flank, the Chameleon Skinks have engaged, and they're basically just taking out the Warlord's Boys, which is certainly quite decent. Granted, the Warlord's Boys do have silver shields, so it still doesn't feel great in terms of the ammunition usage and efficiency. But the Black Orcs here are buckling off, and now the Lizards are actually doing quite well in the infantry fight, with the Mazdamundi going over here after the Black Orcs. The Saurus Spears are moving in, the Croxagores are moving in. And honestly, this Ancient Stegodon's doing really, really good for a 2v1. I think it's largely due to the fact that the cohort of Sotek is down here. They're applying armor piercing and also poison to the big spiders, which is really helping the Ancient Stegodon to kind of hold firm. I know, I need to get the affiliate link for Warhammer 3. I'll do it after the stream. I'm so bad about marketing myself, Jesus. But here the Black Orcs continuing to pile in, clubbing these Saurus warriors, taking them down to pound land, as you guys say in the UK. If there's anyone from the UK watching. Yeah, Black Orc's doing great, but another banishment potentially going to be coming in from the Lizard people. And I have to say, the Lizards have done a good job scrapping back in this game. Really nice banishment for sure. Tears apart those nasty Skulkers. Kind of tickles the pickle of the Black Orcs, but nothing too serious. Also, what's really cool about the machine gun Stegodon is it does have a machine gun on its back. So it's constantly shooting its like ballista and really doing quite a bit of work. So these Stone Trolls do come back from their route, but they immediately re-enter into Sara Spears, but they do have some Black Orc support, so they're probably doing okay there. Greenskins still do also have some Spider Riders, as well as some Morgrim's Magi Marauders, and they're doing a pretty good job of keeping those Pterodon Riders offline, while Mazdamundi continues to work on the Black Orcs, but it looks like we're going for the duel, man! Don't even try it active. Doing a little bit of Arcane Unforging, but oh, this is actually really good for the Lizardmen! The Goblin Great Shaman, he needs to use his Crown of Commander, he's going to break, and it looks like he is indeed broken. And the Great Shaman is going to be running. Okay, that is actually very, very big. Mazdamundi and the boy here able to get in there and break the big spider, which now means if Huron does know his Pterodon Riders are back, he can pull them and chase that Goblin Great Shaman most likely off the battlefield. Or at least fly over it and shoot it with the darts, and then it probably won't be able to be rallied. However, the Greenskins do have their own skirmishers, so they could probably use those to pick off the Pterodons and save the spider. So I still think the spider probably will come back, but look at this. The Goblin Great Shaman here broken, and the Arachnarch Spider might follow in suit fairly shortly. This is a really, really close game, guys. Oh man, the X Factor coming back in. So the little chameleons did finally deal with the goblins, and now you're going to have suddenly two very ammunition-heavy chameleon skinks coming in, blasting these Stone Trolls in the back, kiting them, probably finishing them off, and it also gives you some good poke. Ooh, a very ballsy Ruination. Might actually hit some of the Black Orcs here. Yeah, that's not a bad hit. Hit a couple Black Orcs. Ooh, a Vindictive Glare! Really nice. The Goblin Great Shaman came back with a Vindictive Glare, and then now Mazdamundi is broken. -2 leadership. He's running. Oh my god. Looks like the Greenskins are now pulling the game back. This is such a roller coaster of a game between these two players. Clearly, they're very evenly matched. The Black Orcs and the Spider still holding. Obviously, the Insane Troll Posse, the ITP squad, Immunopsychology boys, holding there quite well. Spider, of course, very efficient at dealing with Croxagores, and now the Goblin Great Shaman's coming back. Now, the one thing that the Lizards do really have going for them is the dreaded Chameleon Skinks. They could come in, they could poke down the big spider right here. I don't think that Mazdamundi is going to be coming back, and now he's being harried by a bunch of Wolf Riders here. So you can see the Morgrim's Magi Marauders. These guys, yeah, probably going to be able to chase off Mazda and make sure he doesn't come back. So he's getting a little Wolf Chariot escort back to the battlefield, which is quite a bit of fun. And how are we looking elsewhere? One sec, guys. Okay, just adjusting my standing desk. So yeah, Goblin Great Shaman, the thing about him, he probably still has a lot of the Vindictive Glares. It costs like no wins of magic, and I don't think I've been seeing too much other witchcraft here in this game. So yeah, I would imagine he'll probably just spam that. Maybe not overcast it just to risk the overcast damage, but yeah, just keep blasting that Ancient Stegodon. Chameleon's able to poke. We have Pterodons coming back in. We don't know about the current state of the rock drops. The Pterodons could have rock drops, which would be super powerful against the Black Orcs that are still here. This is a very close game, so let us know your prediction in chat, guys. Do you think that the game is going to be won by the dreaded Lizards or the Greenskins? Who's going to pull this one out? Currently, bounce power is Greenskin favored. Here, some Stone Trolls are advancing, or actually shattered. So they're shattering into their attackers here, which is pretty funny. And the Chameleons, like I said, have pretty good ammo, but those Black Orcs are meaty, man. They got a lot of armor. That Stegodon certainly has its work cut out for them. The Spider Hatchling Summon is going to be disappearing here soon. It looks like... oh, wrong button here. Sorry, guys. I'm opening up chat. There is no chat. It's replay. Yeah, Spider Hatchling's really strong. They're actually quite fast, too. They have 76 speed, so you can use them to like chase things off the battlefield and all that sort of good stuff. Black Orcs here are shaken. Only 8 leadership. You know, if the Ancient Stegodon can get a nice charge on one of the Spiders, Crown of Command is active. Look at that. Oh, and the Vindictive Glare spanks that Stegodon. -4 leadership. Ooh, 5 leadership. It's barely holding. Pterodons are being flown in to try and help the big boy, and now he's going to be turning around. Oh, really nice Spider Hatchling Summon. That immediately tanks the leadership of the Stego, and that is going to give the Greenskins the game. Hands down. Well played. GG. That was an awesome match. Awesome match indeed. Yeah, it'd be cool to see Lore of Light have a little bit of a bonus against demons. Yeah, that could be fun. Damn, man. What a series. What a series. So, Nano is going to go up 2 there. And if Nano wins the next game, the series is over. All right, so if we look here at the Greenskins, 2,900 here, 2,000 here. Yeah, the Spiders did really well. Black Orcs probably did good too. Not a ton of value, but they held was the thing. 1,400 on this one. Pretty sweet for sure. Mazdamundi still got 1,700. Didn't quite pay for himself, but the other Stegodon did. And yeah, Crocscore did good. Little Chameleons did their best, but didn't quite accrue a ton of value. They didn't have too many good targets. Yeah, it was a great game, man. Well played to those two gentlemen. Well played. So if you're somebody in chat was asking if you're new to the game, a couple DLCs that are very cost effective to get aside from the base games are the Tomb Kings and Vampire Coast, because with both of them, there's probably never going to be more DLCs for them, and you get a fully fledged faction. Like, you don't have to worry about missing units. And they're both very good factions too in multiplayer and very fun to play. Yeah. Bretonia also, yeah. Free Warhammer 2 DLC, yeah, that's right. Bretonia is a good one too, yeah. But I mean, yeah, they're free, obviously, so. The Jurassic Park, man. Also, while we're preparing for the next game, Lady Turin just designed a vampire-inspired chalice, which she's selling on her Etsy store. So for anyone watching after the fact, we'll have a link in the description here. But if you guys want to see the art preview here, you can see Lady Turin just finished working on this bad boy here. So yeah, it's basically like the Blood Chalice of Bathorai / Vampire Count von Karstein kind of custom art piece she's been working on. So she's just finishing that up right now. So here's a little bit of a preview of it, guys. And we'll load back in. You know what? We haven't seen too many vampires today. Maybe, well, we did see Reginald. The hero Reginald brought them in the FFA. Yeah, you did very well, Huron. Yeah, that initial engagement with Mazda cost you the game, I think. Because you played very well and almost brought it back. But that initial engagement, that was like too much free damage. Yeah. All right, so here we are in game 4. Potentially the last game. If Nano Mashos is able to win the game, it will close it out. But it is going to be Nano on Norska facing off against Huron on High Elves. So let's get this party started. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Fancy looking, huh? Yeah. Very cool indeed. Very cool indeed. And there she is. Lady Turin appears. Perhaps she had one ear to the headphones. Hey, thank you, Edward Hefner. Lady Turin is a badass. I agree. I agree. And now, guys, we're here. Lady Turin has given you an Etsy link to the store. So if you guys want to check it out, you can see it over there. And here we go. So let's load in. Nano Mashos versus Huron. Potentially the last game. It's going to be Norska. Very standard. Double Mammoth is really, really common in this matchup. So basically, battle line is... Oh, look at this. Very elite infantry, though. This is less common. So we have a front battle line of Marauder Champions. Pretty cool, with some Marauders on the flanks. We have a Shadowcaster to cast Pendulum, Double Mammoth, and then some loose Marauder Horsemen. Because if you don't bring Horsemen, like Dragons, Flyers can just kind of troll you at their whim. So yeah, this is pretty good for sure. I dig it. I dig it indeed. And now, guys, if we take a look here at the forces of the High Elves, the Silver and Guard front line, backed up by Keepers of the Flame. We do have Archers in the back, including Sisters of Avalorn, an Eagle, Alariel the Radiant, as well as some Silver Helms. Cool build for sure. It's got a lot of focus fire. You can definitely hammer down those mammoths using the Sisters. Usually, though, with missile builds, you do see Techless for the net Kindle Flame combo, but Larry can be good too. And obviously, if you have Phoenix Guard and Silver and Guard, there's a fair amount of elite units you want to heal, right? Now, what's kind of a cool tech piece from Nano here is the fact that he did bring the Marauder Champions with Great Weapons, who will be very effective against Silver and Guard as well as Keepers of the Flame. So there's some business going back and forth here. There is some business for sure. So a little bit of light skirmishing. There's a couple ways you see this matchup played. One play is kind of using, like Kindle Flame net combo, like Archers and like a defensive line for High Elves. Another way is full kite. So like Reavers, Silver Helms, Dragons like flying around. Hey, Gojira, take care, man. Thanks for joining. Here we go. Reavers still doing their thing. They outskirmish Horsemen very efficiently. They defeat them in combat too, with better combat stats and all that sort of goodness. They have 140 range, so you can see some very, very light skirmishing here on the flanks. And in the front, we got Silver and Guard. They have charged defense against all, which is very nice. So even against hard-hitting infantry like these Marauder Champions with a charge bonus of 30, if they stand still, they're going to mitigate all that, which certainly feels quite good indeed. So Marauder Horsemen getting blasted, losing a couple models there, but nothing terribly significant. Nano leaving the Soul Crusher back. I don't know if that was a tactical reserve or if he's hiding from some sort of an artillery piece, because there is no bolt thrower, so you might as well get them all up together. And I think now he does realize this, so we'll do a little bit of fast forwarding while he gets out in position. And now he's good. So the Femir Balefiend of Shadows does get focused down by the Archers, but doesn't take too much damage, as it does have the missile resist and is also able to dodge those shots. Here, the Iceharm Marauders getting nailed by Silver Helms. Now, Silver Helms certainly pretty good in combat. 36, 34, 32, with a charge bonus of 68. Quite a bit better in stats and damage compared to Empire Knights. Granted, they do have less armor. That's basically what you're trading. Empire Knights have more armor, and Silver Helms are a little bit better in combat and just with their overall damage output. So let us know your predictions, guys, before the front lines do collide. Do you think Norska or the High Elves are going to be winning this game? We will find out. Soul Crusher, crushing them souls. Getting in there and smashing a couple Silver and Guard. It also does break their charge defense, and he does have Enrage. So despite the High Elves are focusing a lot here on the Soul Crusher, he is enraged. So he's barely going to be taking any damage. Oh, and a big Pendulum attempt, probably overcasted. Oh man, a brutal Pendulum onto the Keepers of the Flame. That hurts so bad. But guys, they didn't lose any models, which means a Star of Avalorn could top them off and pretty much mitigate that. So I would imagine we will be seeing that. Now the Skirmish Cav for Norska being pounded pretty bad by the archers as well, and a Sea Fang going down as well on the Sisters of Avalorn. Absolute brutality here in the back line as the very elite High Elf units are being shreked pretty horribly by Pendulums and by Sea Fangs. But now we got the Bird Squad in here. We have Alariel, we have the Great Eagle. They're moving in, and they're certainly doing a little bit of damage against the Soul Crusher here. But Wulfric is now trapped here. He's surrounded by Silver Helms, which of course do okay damage. The Keepers of the Flame with dedicated anti-large, and now the Sisters of Avalorn probably going to be able to turn around and shoot him down. And if Norska loses Wulfric here, that could potentially be a game-losing play. Oh, and a really, really nice Star of Avalorn. He needs to get those Keepers in there, and the Keepers do move in. They still have 75 models. They're healing pretty rapidly. That's got to feel pretty good. And Wulfric might actually break here. He's at negative 27. Oh, another good Pendulum coming down probably. Here it comes. Nice Pendulum. Oh my god, that was devastating. Those sisters just sent to the Age of Sigmar. Brutal. And they do actually have a codex there. They are in the cities of Sigmar. But nonetheless, Alariel the Radiant and the Eagle go into battle here. And Wulfric has paid the ultimate price. The High Elves do take out the Norscan leadership. And now the Phoenix Guard are moving up. Norska obviously trading pretty well in the infantry fights. The Marauder champions dominating Silver and Guard in combat. No surprises there. And Wulfric is broken though. He's shattered. So no more need to chase him. Looks like High Elves will be able to kind of restructure themselves. And somehow those elite sisters have come back, and now they're ripping into the Soul Crusher, because with the Soul Crusher being gone, the High Elf Silver and Guard and the Eagles probably could do their business. And on top of that, the Keepers of the Flame are going to trade pretty okay here. They have really good stats. 56 and 62 actually surpasses the physical resist of the Marauder champions, which they have from the Enrage mechanic. And yeah, they should be okay. Keepers of the Flame are very, very good combatants. So now we have the big mammoth in the trees. I would imagine the Eagles are going to come in and start pecking here at the big Soul Crusher. Certainly need to bring that thing down before it crushes the souls of too many elves here. Balance of power is a little bit High Elf favored, but there's still a big threat in the battlefield via the Soul Crusher at this point. And yeah, this is really functional for the High Elves. All this archer fire just sitting here. There's no hounds. There's no mobility for Norska to really punish this. So they can just kind of sit here and cackle and really do their piece. And yeah, guys, look at this. The Keepers of the Flame with an Earthblood still rocking 65 of 75 models, even after that punishment earlier, have actually broken the Soul Crusher. So their anti-large attacks really adding up there. The Eagles, as well as Alariel the Radiant, able to get in there. And I think that could actually spell doom here for the Norskins. Though they still have some Marauder champions and some other tools on the battlefield. I really don't know if it's going to be enough, and I simply don't think so. Here comes some Silver Helms charging into the back of the Marauders. Probably going to do some work, and that is going to be GG. He withdraws at that point. Wow, what a comeback. Because, man, the High Elves were taking a righteous hammering in the beginning from those spells. But Huron's Focus Fire, and when Wulfric kind of got caught, he really jumped on that quickly and was able to do well. But, you know, on that same note, Nanomashos had beautiful Pendulums, beautiful Sea Fangs. Just a one overextension of Wulfric without any support probably made him pay the price. It was a great game. Great game indeed. Well played to those two gentlemen. These guys are awesome to watch. Really good players here. And, yeah, build, man. You brought 3 horses, but they all terror-routed from the Eagles, yeah. Well, not terror-routed, but fear-routed. The Eagles don't cause terror, but they basically just, you know, broke them, right? KM, almost coming up on a year here watching. Thank you for all the content, especially this month. Makes working from home super enjoyable. I got you, man. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up on the horizon, too. So, guys, we're going to Game 5. Nano Masho says, someone bet on me. And Chase is like, I did. All right, guys. Rubber match. This one's for all the marbles. Let's go ahead and check the values, because I know you guys want to see that, probably. All right. So, 800 here, 1,000 here, 800 on the sisters. And you see, like, basic archers, man. They can do the trick. You could have, like, 2 more of these for the cost of the sisters. Although, sisters, I think, are really cool with Kindle Flame combos. But, yeah, like, every Norscan player is going to bring Sea Fang and Pendulum against you. So, I find that they just get killed. Yeah. Yeah, Phoenix Guard got about 800. The Eagle got 600. Larry got about 8. You know, pretty spread out. Nothing on Norska. The Marauder champions were actually really cool, too. They beat the hell out of the Silver and Guard. But in the end, maybe Nano cutting, like, 1 champion and getting a couple of Hound units just to pressure the back line. Because eventually they'll have to commit their cavalry to help in the front, and then the Hounds can kind of slip in the back. Yeah, I definitely dig the champions. I think they're cool. And people don't see them often. It's not super common, right? So, all right, guys. Game 5, the rubber match. Nano Mashos on Tomb Kings against Turin, Papa of Turin on the Vampire Counts. Here we go. How does anti-large work? I don't know the exact metrics. I know it pretty much it's like applies to your stats against such targets. Like it upgrades your stats, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I can look up the nitty gritty for you. I used to remember it, but it's been a while since I've looked. Game 5, man. Yeah, it adds to their melee attack and weapon strength. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So vampires versus Tomb Kings. We have the dreaded grudge duel. They've obviously hated each other for quite some time. I'm very confident in that Heil first Norska build against Norska. It hasn't changed very much in about a year. Very good, yeah. Very solid. All right, here we are, my friends. Let us do battle. Let us do battle. So if we take a look here at the Tomb Kings army, which are going to be led by Nano Mashos, Spearmen, Tomb Guard Halberds, Tomb Guard in the secondary with Kepler Guard, Ushapti Greatbow Casket, Sneaky Snakes in the back, as well as Setra the Imperishable. Oh yeah, Chariot of the Gods, baby. That's awesome. And in case, sometimes Undead do like to sneak in Cairn Wraiths against the Tomb Kings because they don't have a ton of magic damage outside of Kepler Guard and Setra. But, he has both of those, so he's quite prepared for Cairn Wraiths and sneaky stuff like that. We also have Setra, a Guardian, a Tomb Prince. Now, if we take a look here at the Vampire Army, it's going to be very spooky indeed. A double White King is very meta and very strong. White King Scab Scrates can absolutely Shrek Tomb Guard Halberds and Kepler Guard and all that sort of good stuff. We do have some Grave Guard in the back with Vlad the Dad. Vlad's coming in, man. And he better watch out for that Chariot, though. The Chariot can certainly do a lot of work against him. And double Vargulf. Vargulfs are great. They dominate Tomb Scorpions. They can trade efficiently with Khemrian War Sphinxes. They heal on their own. I really, really do love the Vargulfs. I think they're quite cool indeed. Quite cool indeed. Yeah, Nano Mashos. Yeah, I think the Soul Crusher, if you have Soul Crusher, you can't bring a second Mammoth, but who cares? It was a good game, and, the Elves won anyway, so whatever. So the Ushapti Greatbows shooting downtown. Poking at that poor Necromancer who should be hiding in the bushes, stroking his Forbidden Rod instead of running out in the open like a bad boy, but he's doing it. Casket of Souls, man, those things are nasty. And from what I actually watched a battle report the other day on Mini Wargaming that was Warhammer Fantasy, and it was Tomb Kings facing off against Empire, and there was a Casket of Souls in that build, and it was actually very, very cool. Anyways, here, Ushapti Greatbows shooting downtown, nailing the Crypt Horrors and the Casket continuing to fire and do some serious work here against the Graveguard. Are the Sternsmen here? Maybe shooting the Sternsmen might be a little bit better. Granted, it's still value, and it looks like the Crypt Horrors, really taking quite a bit of damage. And this always happens. When the Vampires advance, you take a little bit of work, but once you close the distance, things get messy. So Setra moving in. And there's not much mobility in the Vampire Army outside of the Crypt Horrors and whatnot, so, heavy metal Setra charging in. But I think the Casket might have friendly fired him. Looks like it might have, which is pretty unfortunate. So now Setra is going to be pulling back. And the Undead, it's a very Crypt Horror and Graveguard-centric army, right? With, of course, the Vargulfs on the flank. Now, the Sneaky Snakes... Excuse me, I need some water. My throat is dry. Anakin, I'm weak. Sneaky Snakes getting a little bit of damage, not too much. And the Vampires on the approach have lost more or less this Crypt Horror unit. One unit of Graveguard is in, somewhat beat-up shape, but they'll still be able to contribute. Graveguard in head-to-head combat against Tomb Guard do win quite decisively. Their armor and their bonus versus infantry really does give them an edge. But you just got to make sure that the Crypt Horrors don't overextend into spears and kind of get dragged down. And now the Sneaky Snakes up on the high ground here for Nano Mashos, the Eyes of the Desert, really doing some beautiful work against these Crypt Horrors here and crumbling those bad boys. But now the Guerrillas are coming back in. The Guerrillas could honestly just charge into the Eyes of the Desert. That'd be quite good. Vlad going in as well, but it looks like the Eyes are going to pull back through their own Halberd formation, which is a very, very good play there, because suddenly the Vargulfs and Guerrillas are going to have to hunt through there. Seeing a zombie summon from Vlad here could be good too. It would allow the Guerrillas to beat on them relatively unimpeded. Now, as far as Setra goes, let's go ahead and find out where he's drifting. Here, the Undead or Kepler Guard are defeating these zombies, and Setra the Imperishable, oh my god, look at him going ham! He's taking this guy for a police ride-along. He's escorting this White King to another dimension, just riding him over. That is such a meme. Oh my god, look at the White King just being escorted around the map! Like, it's literally just getting like... Oh my god, that is so troll, dude. And there's like nothing the White King can do about it. Oh my god. Setra Tokyo drifting on that White King. Very unfortunate. But the Guerrillas are doing okay work. Vlad has gotten back here, and here you can see Crypt Horrors are piling onto the Eyes of the Desert. And that one White King finally escapes the grasp of Setra's chariot spokes. He literally got like put under the chariot wheels and dragged around the map, which is hilarious. Oh my god, that is so funny. Aslo, yes, you will be seeing Tretch Craventail in the Legendary Lords tournament, so all in due time. The Vargulf here, just punching that Casket of Souls, doing its old thing. Vlad von Karstein working on the casket as well. And this is a good trade for sure. Though the White King has fallen, Vlad is about to take out a very valuable piece here in the Casket of Souls. And in the front line, it looks like the Vampires are doing well. Tomb Guard are being broken down, Tomb Guard and Spears being broken down here. So it's a very, very close fight. Honestly, very even at this point. One Vargulf, though, is in a little bit of trouble. Tomb Guard Halberds do have a nice surround, and the Sepulchral Stalkers also doing some solid work. I think a zombie summon or an invo. Oh, but the invo goes down, but it doesn't quite get that other gorilla. But it looks like it is going to be trying to push through here and go after the Chosen of the Gods. But Cetra's on the hunt. Cetra is actually good against monsters. Or not good, but he does fine. He has high melee attack for a chariot. He does fire damage. And the Vargulf here, probably going to die. There's the Tomb Prince here. Cetra the Imperishable is here. And things are getting a little bit messy. So one Vargulf does fall. That's certainly a big win here for the forces of the Tomb Kings. Vlad von Karstein going to be dropping a zombie summon on top of the Eyes of the Desert, which is quite good. Probably will trap a couple of those. And now the Vargulf is pulling back to the front line to help out because this vampire army, guys, is going to be a big problem. The Graveguard and the other units, if they do survive it. Let's go ahead and see how it's going. So here, Kepler Guard, of course, will win. They're pretty powerful. Sternsman breaking through here. Graveguard breaking through here. The Vargulf trying to juke out the Halberds and get on top of the Ushapti Grapos, though they've already used a lot of their ammo. Look at this, the Sneaky Snakes in the back, man, doing a lot of work. That Necromancer panicking and stroking his Forbidden Rod, incredibly stressed out, I'm sure, being surrounded by Cetra and a lot of other threats here. But Vlad's doing some work, man. Despite being escorted around by Cetra a little bit, he's getting a ton of damage, and Vlad did get upgraded with some solid AP. And he's taking it like a champ, dude. He's getting run over a little bit, but we got some Crypt Horrors moving around. Perhaps looking to charge in here for Turin, going after the Eyes of the Desert. Wouldn't be bad at all. And Vlad's doing really good in this duel. He's holding, man. He actually was able to get more damage. Master Beguilement going down as well. The Crypt Horror is getting Last Samurai pretty bad. And the old Necromancer there is in a bit of trouble. It looks like he is down to Pound Town. Negative 68. Yeah, he's done for. Crypt Horrors here. Invocation keeping them afloat. Sepulchral Stalkers, though, tanking like champs. And they actually knock over Vlad there with one of their attacks. But then the inexorable tide of Sternsmen and Undead Infantry are advancing with a little bit of a Corpse Guard support as well. So I think at this point, maybe Vlad is going to want to get the Vargulf and himself up here and just start fighting with the Sternsman units and maybe using the Corpse Cart. But man, that Vargulf getting a nice Gorilla Slap there on Cetra the Imperishable, man. Pretty strong for sure, and Vlad is really tanky. I mean, Sepulchral Stalkers and Spearmen aren't going to be able to do jack squat against him. Ushapti Grapos almost out of ammunition. I'm curious what they want to use the last of their ammo on. I would probably say running the Ushapti Grapos over here and shooting into the Sternsman in the back would probably be the most cost-effective option. And now the Vampire Gorilla is running over to its zombies, which is smart. That'll tar pit some of these units and allow him to get a little bit of a buffering. And the Sternsman getting charged by some Skeleton Horsemen. Of course, Skeleton Horsemen have very poor shock impact, but more importantly, it's buying time for the Ushapti Grapos to get some distance and do its thing. Hey, Contende, how's it going, man? We had the Grand Finals with Felkon and Xiphos earlier to decide the winner of the Swiss League, and now we're just casting some other games from the Swiss League as well. Vlad von Karstein doing some work, man, chipping away here at the Eyes of the Desert. Balance of power is pretty even, maybe slightly Tomb King favored. Cetra the Imperishable, though, is definitely on not on death's bed quite yet, but he is Mufasa in The Lion King. He's hanging over the ledge. You know, Scar is maybe going to help him, maybe not. He's pretty close. He's in trouble. He's got to be careful. He's got about, what, 2,000 HP? Yeah. So, Sternsman still bumping and grinding down here, finishing off these Skeleton Horsemen. And the Vampire Counts are able to get a zombie summon here with Corpse Cart support, which is certainly nice. Makes the zombies a little bit more formidable, with 10 and 11 for their respective combat stats. You also have to remember the Tomb Kings do have an Ushapti summon on the battlefield, which was able to very efficiently deal with the Graveguard up on the high ground here. And it looks like the Ushapti summon will be disappearing here in a hot moment, which will normalize the balance of power. Oh, and now the Gorilla is going after Cetra. Cetra is running. He does use the Incantation of Protection. Very good stuff there. Able to potentially ward off some damage from the Gorilla, also triggering the passive. And the Snake Knights just blasting, man, into zombies, but the Sternsman going to move in and start attacking those guys. What an absolute scrap, man. This is like an 8-minute game. This is some serious shit. The Gorilla is basically running from the Tomb Prince, which is smart. The Tomb Prince can easily defeat that. And Cetra has now moved out to the isolated Sternsman, and Chariots are exceptional against infantry, so if Cetra just cycle charges Sternsman, he should be able to do some very good damage. Tomb Guards still have a lot of, or Tomb Kings still have a lot of halberds here. Also another issue for the Vampire Counts, which will probably be their undoing here, is that the Kepler Guard are still at 90 models. The Kepler Guard have taken like 0 damage this entire game. Absolute insanity, man. And the Vampire Gorilla is really having a hard time finding a home. It's just running, and everywhere it goes, it's just being hunted by this Tomb Prince. And now it falls, and it's basically Vlad and the Sternsman versus, you know, what appears to be just a much healthier Tomb King's army. Kepler Guard probably could defeat the Sternsman in their current state. And from here, I mean, you have Ushapti here who could pile in, and they're actually pretty good in combat against these units. And it's looking a little bit grim, to say the least. As the Tomb Kings are swarming, old Vladdy Daddy, he's moving, man. He's got some wheels. We'll do a little bit of fast forwarding as there's some Benny Hilling, and it can become an undead grindfest here. But what kind of summons? I mean, the only way I can really see this going bad for the Tomb Kings is if Cetra just stands still and lets Vlad kill him. But I mean, there's no way that's going to happen. Nice Master of Beguilement to minimize some of that damage coming in, but I just don't see it, because what's going to happen is the Sternsmen here are going to get grinded down. Vlad is an absolute tank, and he's doing very well. I mean, look at this. Vlad holding his own here and working against that Tomb Prince. He's been great this game, but in the end, it looks like the Kepler Guard and the Halberds are going to be here. We still have a full health unit of Ushapti Grapos, and it's more or less the bump and grind for Vlad, who, you know, was an absolute champ this game, man. He got a lot of damage, but here he's just surrounded. I'll spare you guys the monotony of Vlad von Karstein tanking for like 30 minutes, but that is going to be all she wrote. GG, well played, an awesome series. Felkon says, can you sing a bedtime song for me, please? I can't sleep. What do you want, like a sea shanty or something? All right, amazing series between Huron and Nanomashos. That was really fun. Clearly, they're very evenly matched players, and they made for great opponents for one another. And that was a fun one to watch. I love seeing... I'm a Vlad man myself. I love seeing Vlad. 2,400 on him, pretty cool. Cetra survived, and yeah, man. It was a cool game. The poor Cryptors didn't really do much. You know, those poor guys, they really got hammered pretty bad. The Vargulfs, you know, were a little bit more effective for sure. One of them died early. Yeah. Count Frost Phoenixes to go to sleep. You got any tips to start Warhammer lore? Yeah, Gotrek and Felix books. Read those. Like, order the Gotrek and Felix novels. Or the first omnibus that has 3 stories. I would just read that. It gives you, like, a look into everything. And then, honestly, though, there's a couple... I mean... There's tons of lore channels out there, right? You can go see Italian Spartacus, Lore Master of Sotek. The Book of Troyer is one of my favorite ones too. I love watching his narrations. Go look at some of the Book of Troyer videos on your favorite factions. They're really good. Great series. Great series. All right, guys. As promised, one more FFA to close things out. And we'll do it to it. So I'm going to be hosting an FFA game here in just a hot second. So if you played in the last one, do not rejoin this one. Let's let some new folks play. Turin FFA or FFA Turin, passwords 1234. All right. Let us go ahead and do the dreaded Lost Temple. We'll go back to basics, man. Yeah, Book of Troyer is amazing, for sure. Like, you can go into the Gotrek and Felix books and know nothing about lore, and you can, like, really enjoy it. Do I enjoy 40k or fantasy lore more? Fantasy. Yeah. So we got the old one, we got Tibbs, and we got Falcon. All right. The dudes are ready. The dude abides. Witch Hunter is also a good book. Okay, very cool. Let's get the wolf up. What do we want to see this time? What do we want to see? We got Beastmen, we got Lizard People. So somebody's already doing Lizards. Okay, I can do some Lizardmen. Nope, okay. I will do Lizards, because I know what you guys like. Oh, no, old one is going to Lizards. Can we get some Gelt? Gelt and FFA. I am interested in Balthazar Gelt. I will go the Golden Order. I think you can convince me to do Gelt. Yes. Try High Elves. I think we need... I played Dowie last game. So the last FFA on stream was the Dowie. So we have any armor here? Not really, okay. Okay, that looks fine. Gelt. Guys, we already have a Lizardman player. I'm sure he'll bring an Engine of the Gods for you, so I need to do something a little bit different. The Wagon Convoy build is better with Volkmar. That's where it really shines. But it can be okay with your boy Gelt Daddy too. All right, what do we have? Lizardman here. I got you covered. You guys are gonna like the way this build looks. I guarantee it. I just have to be careful. Yeah, Vanguards. So we have Greenskin and Juki Vanguards. That could happen. Yeah, it's fine. Shoot yourself. All right. Yeah, unit caps are off. We're getting real wild in this one. Okay. And Empire Cavalry is very, very slow. Okay, let's get you. Get the banner here, although it doesn't really help in this matchup. You guys will like this, don't worry. Man, their speed is so slow. God damn. God damn, Joe Rogan. Alright, I think this build's fine. I think it's quite decent. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna be the Walmart Fey Enchantress right now. Yes, good Anakin, good Annie. Use your aggressive feelings, boy. Alright, ready. I think I'm good to go. We'll start it up. Quite a bit of fun. Hellstorms and FFA, hell no. Because the problem with Hellstorms is, like, people just, like, don't fight you. Like, artillery in general is risky business. This is the last bit of the stream, Ragnarok, yeah. We'll be closing it after this one. So we had best of 5 between Felkon and Xiphos, which don't talk about the results if you guys don't mind. There's some people here who haven't seen it. And then we did an FFA. And then we had another best of 5 between Nano Machos and Turin. And now we have another FFA to close things out. Yeah. Balthazar Belt. Yeah, no, Balthazar Belt's coming for you, dude. He's got his belt out and he's pissed. You actually had a history teacher that told you that Papa Turin was in the same company as in NAM as Balthazar Gelt. My favorite FFA build, though, is the Empire Convoy. It's my favorite. It's actually good, and it's funny at the same time. It's micro-intensive for sure, but... Oh, yeah. Hey, Felkon. You play survival games, right, Felkon? Have you ever played Valheim? It's really fun. Yeah, the Hellblaster wagon is good in FFA, but it's like a lot of value in one place, which I don't like. Yeah. Felkon never sleeps, dude. He's like he's a nocturnal creature. You want the Gelt speech? Hold on, let me wait till we actually load in, then I'll give you the Gelt speech. Shit, I didn't check for lag. Oh man. Usually you gotta check if the players have lag before you start, but yeah. Damn, man, I'm sorry. Here, I'll just give it to you guys early while we're waiting.
Welcome to Astalia, gentlemen. I will not lie. The chances of your survival are small.
I just have the beginning part, yeah. Alright, guys. The blocker's gone, right? I got rid of it. We're aces? Yeah, we're aces. Okay. Alright, so we have the wagon convoy, but this time with Gelt, and Gelt has his Walmart Fey Enchantress squad, so he's got the double Empire Captain. And, yeah, we're good. Yeah, the Skarsnik Ambush Garland was pretty good, for sure. That was a thing of beauty. So we got Pistoliers. We should probably put them in a different sequencing of groups. And then we do have a single mortar wagon, which is going to be in, we can get the Knights in group 4, the mortar wagon in group 5. Alright. Here we go. Let us do it, man! Red Fondant says he guessed the build perfectly. I love that, man. Alright, so Vanguards could happen. Vanguards could definitely happen here. But my build's pretty mobile, so like worst case I can... How do we do this? Let's like do something like this. Alright, we're good to go. No, Felkon, it's a new game. I think you would enjoy it. Alright. So the thing you always want to do when you're streaming is you deploy, and then at the last second you switch where your army is, like so, just in case they're watching the stream. there was a vanguard of pterodons back there, not terribly punishing. All right, so let's move up here, secure the high ground like a true Chad, and prepare to go. So Dark Elves have Scourge Runners. It's a pretty serious build. Air Force, they can't really come close to us though. Our wagons and pistoliers will destroy them. Who are we missing? Somebody's stealthed here. Oh my god, there's a Goblin Vanguard somewhere. Oh my god, where is it? Yeah, there's a Goblin. No, wait. Goblin Big Boss in the trees over there. So there is a Goblin Vanguard somewhere. Gelt can fly over here and see.
Welcome to Astalia, gentlemen. I will not lie.
You can do it again. There you go.
Survival are small.
All right, let's start mortar wagoning these guys. We can take the pistoliers, do a little bit of skirmishing. I don't want to get shot by Scourge Runners for free. I wish I'd brought a second mortar wagon. Alright, so we're about in range here. I do have a final transmutation too, so in case there's a blob fight, I can use that. Just pop that to get our Winds of Magic capped out here. The wagons are going. Knights of the Blazing Sun are chilling. Yeah, we're getting some shots, man. We got some skinks here. And the wagons, I don't want to be shooting skinks. That's certainly not cost effective. Oh my god! Look behind me. There's a shit ton of greenskins. Okay. Let's not get surrounded here, if that's possible. Because I don't know what else is with this force. It could be a bunch of goblins. Okay, the wagons can do some skirmishing. We can bring the wagons up and the pistoliers. We got a little bit of damage on the skinks. So the war wagons should trade okay here. And the pistoliers will do okay too. Alright, go wagons of Sigmar, forth! Oh, he brought the lava spider riders. God. That might change things a little bit. Okay, so we're on the pursuit here. Pistolier's getting some damage. Dude, he brought the lava spider riders. The campaign units. Oh my god. Am I being attacked in the back? Okay, there's pterodons coming. This is actually, from a tactical perspective, this is a pretty bad position to be in. But if I can get through here... Yep, you see, I knew there was a trick. I knew there was a tricksy hobbitses. It's fine though. Yeah, okay. So we just pull back here. Let's take Gelt and company and go after that skink chief. Wagons pull back. Mortar wagons pull back. This is fine, because our build is really good at kiting. We could even take some heavy cavalry here and like countercharge them. I mean, we're taking a little bit of damage, but he's also taking a shit ton against us here. So we can hammer in with those cav and just keep pulling. Alright. Cool. So Empire Heavy Cavalry have intercepted those guys. The Empire Heavy Cav here can peel off these ones. That actually was good for us. We got more points there than he did, I think. Yep, okay, so now we have the Marathi freaking goon squad coming, so we need to like just pull back this way. Good, good. That was great. We got points, we took minimal damage. We definitely did quite a bit of work there. Now we can go and like start really doing some work here. So let's actually go after the Feral Manticore. If we can. Yeah, okay. We're getting some poke. We know what's up with the greenskins now. Like, we know. Is there any goblins we can shoot? Yeah, they're all hidden again. Yeah, wagons are really strong. They're not a meme. Wagons are incredibly good against Bretonnia. They're good against lizardmen. They're a very strong unit. We need to force the Dark Elves to fight like an ugly fight. We don't want Balthazar to take any free damage, but we do want to run Pistoliers under his Raven's Heralds. He brought 2 Raven's Heralds? Come on, guys. Come on, what is this shit? I know there wasn't army caps, but... Alright, things are just becoming anarchy here. It's okay, we'll farm them for points. And the wagons can pull up and start shooting here. The mortar wagon can kind of keep following the whole posse there. Okay, we're picking off Raven's Heralds. Gelt and company are chilling. The war wagons can move over here and start hunting the... Oh my god, my heavy cavalry. I almost forgot about them, Jesus. Okay, good. So we're killing the Raven's Heralds more or less. The wagons should trade well with the Scourge Runners.
Heading up, moving out.
Let's go here. See if he's paying attention. I'm not going to use Plague of Rust. I don't think I need to. We're just going to try and get what little poke we can. If he wants to blob fight, he does have Soul Stealer, but I also have Final Transmutation. Alright, the wagons are doing well. The Pistoliers are hot in pursuit. We have the Gelt train going. We'll pull back for now, because we don't want to go down into that weird like ravine. Alright, this is good. We're getting a Scourge Runner here. See, the thing is, whenever there's a Dark Elf in FFAs, if you bring like this Haggard build with wagons and Pistoliers, you can usually dump on the Scourge Runners pretty hard. Because they just can't trade with your wagons. They can outrange you, but the wagons have like, what, 130 range? It's not that much less. Alright, one Scourge Runner should be going down here. You see, now we're corralling the Dark Elves where they have to go fight the Lizardmen, because the Lizards are waiting over here. We don't want to get caught in a weird fight back here, too. Okay, there's actually a Goblin Big Boss hanging there, too. We can take our... yeah, there's a Goblin Big Boss hiding in the trees here. Do you guys see this? So, yeah, we got to be careful. The Druki are chilling there. Let's go up over top and get the Mortar Wagon shooting. It can start shooting into whatever. Yeah, you can see the Raven's Heralds are getting wrecked. The Goblin army hasn't shown its head yet. Gelts took a little bit of damage from something. Yeah, Lizardmen are just chilling for sure, which is fine. I understand that. I too like the chill. Oh, they have a Dread Saurian. Shit, okay. This man is here playing for keeps. How fast are Raven's Heralds? 105 speed, so my Pistolier shouldn't be able to catch him. So we can just sit and farm points with the mortars right now, the mortar wagons. We can actually pull these Empire Heavy Cav too and maybe get some picks here, which would be nice. Druki are just hiding in the trees, which is pretty funny. I could actually go and probably nail him with the Final Transmutation. It's a little risky though. I don't want to go fight and like get my shit routed off. Okay. Mortar wagons, just keep doing your thing. Is there anything of better quality to shoot? Alright, the Goblins are advancing on the Lizardman flank here. And, I wonder if he brought a Lava Arachnarok Spider. I don't think he did. Yeah, we can go farm skinks quite a bit. So let's move our whole army up here. This position's pretty good. I don't think there's any threat of the Dark Elves flanking us at this point. Yeah, and the Dread Saurian's committing to the Goblin fight, so we can go and like ride some of this shit down. Also, there's a Salon Mage we could snipe. There's a lot of like good targets. Alright, so Balthazar, just take it real slow. Druki are coming out of the trees here. But now we can go Knight of the Blazing Sun, these guys. Alright, let's shoot here. Have some gooning here. Yeah, okay. So the Dark Elves are pretty much doing the same thing I'm doing. They see the free value here. I mean, it's not free per se, but it's definitely juicy. Alright, Pistoliers, let's go here. Wagons, go here. Knight to the Blazing Sun charging in. That's going to be quite a bit of damage. The Druki cackling in the trees, although, yeah, maybe my charge was a little bit ambitious. Okay, we got some good work in. Let's pull back our Kev. We don't have healing in this build, so we can't be as reckless as we are with like Demogryph Knights and like, you know, Franz builds and things like that. Yeah, that probably wasn't worth it in the end. I mean, we got some skanks, but whatever, you know, it's not like that much. Alright. Alright, so he's coming for this wagon, which is fine. We'll pull back here. So we broke some Pterodons, very cool. The Scourge Hunters are pulling there. And it looks like he wants to get my wagons. Yeah, he's gonna probably run as soon as he sees all my stuff coming back here. The Goblins are gonna yield quite a few points too. Alright, so we got one unit of skinks chasing us, so we'll just turn around and blast them. The Druki are a tree-dwelling people living in the nearby forests of Lustria. Alright, so we got the skinks down. Probably not worth it, to be honest. Mortars still shooting in. Let's get the mortar shooting into goblins. It's going to be way more value. We could get Gelt and company to go beat down the Stegodon. That would actually maybe be good. I really don't want to use magic, though. I'm trying to save it for final transmutations. Alright, so let's wagon you. Pistoliers can come up here in reserve. Can pull you guys in. Knights of the Blazing Sun, we do not want fighting a Stegodon. And now we can go with our 2 characters. Gelt can just chill.
Formation, march.
Okay, wagons are blasting the stego. This is points. Tibbs is actually doing quite well for himself, though, the greenskin player. The Dreadsaurian. Yeah, I was wondering how he got 5,000 points, and I was like, oh, wait a second. That explains it. Alright, we need to, like, pressure the stego and see if we can break it. Go ride those skinks down.
No lingering.
Alright, I'm going to fly Gelt over there, see if I can get in on some points. The 2 paladins should be able to handle this Stegodon. The mortars, can't see any of the greenskin horde, so you don't want to overchase here. Oh man, if I was in position for this right now, that'd be juicy. We'll try and get there with Gelt. Alright, we rampaged the stego, the 2 paladins are on it. What's the range on this? See if that can get that. We will see, my friends. Alright, let's go ahead and start hammering into you guys and you guys. Okay, I'm going to hit Marathi with a final transmutation here. Then we're going to run. Okay, nice split by him. That was a really good split by the Dark Elf player, by Felkon. We still do get his Lord, which is fine. We'll be able to get one more before the game's over. But we did save, in the process, we did save the Dreadsaurian. He would have probably died if I didn't come over here and threaten that. We can shoot the little goblin archers here. Okay, so we shattered that thing, which is great. So Gelt can pull back. And Marathi's taking quite a bit of damage for sure, but she's sharing the final transmutation with all of her friends. Master definitely getting real aggressive here. I'm not sure what he's hoping to accomplish, but he's going to get blasted, dude. Like, he's getting Last Samurai by all my pistoliers now, as well as the wagons. Let's go ride you guys down, ride you guys down. So I'll have another one soon. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yep, Master's in some trouble. Wagon's almost broke him. Alright, how's Gelt Daddy doing? Knights of the Blazing Sun, just eviscerating them. We can actually probably go fight them in the sky now. Like, I'm feeling confident enough that we could probably do it. Although, maybe let's finish the Lizardmen here first. Let's take off ammo to save. And just use the Knights of the Blazing Sun to get some points. We don't have too much time. The greenskins are coming. Yeah, the greenskins are coming in numbers. So let's pull back this way. We don't want to get surrounded. That's how we lose. Night Goblins right here. We're up on points. The Druki are the ones who can threaten us pretty good. Although I guess the greenskins too. We have our... the Lizardman... Poor Lizardman player kind of got surrounded there. The old one. Not sure what these little skinks are doing. We'll try and get some points here. Okay. Okay, this is good. The Druki are landing here. I have enough for another final transmutation. We'll get the war wagons to collapse in melee, run those things over. Okay, let's go. Yeah, this is a good opportunity. We have to rescue the Toad. We don't want to face the greenskins head on until we absolutely have to. Let's save ammo here. Oops. Marathi has to see me coming at this point. If she goes up in the sky, I'm pretty sure we can win. I'm just going to wait for her to get up, and then we'll go for the kill. Looks like a Soul Stealer's going down, maybe. Marathi's running. Let's go ahead and split if we can. I don't know if that's going to dodge it. Yep, looks like we dodged it. Cool. So it only hits one unit. Now we can continue the hunt. The Manticore might be going. Okay, so we're just chilling back here for now. This is really where we need to focus. We can't catch Marathi, so let's go after the Manticore. Get the wagons over here, the pistoliers over here, the knights standing by. So we'll catch the Manticore, get it to rampage, and then yeah, here we go. Now we have focus fire on Marathi, so even if she tries to run, the wagons are going to shoot her. Oh, we can actually kill this master. That's fine. Oh, look at Gelt getting in there, dude. He's just like ramming. We should probably pull back. We don't want to risk flying over the greenskin army. We don't know what treachery they have. Alright, the Dark Elf Master just got literally dunked on. We are pretty good on Winds of Magic. We might need it actually to kill the Greenskin army, because that is a meaty-ass Greenskin force. Marathi's not really too much of a threat anymore. Falcon's points are very low, so I don't think we need to worry too much about it. She might come back to try and troll us at some point, though. Wagons. Yep, Manscore's done for. It's more or less the Greenskins now. His army's much healthier too, I think. It's going to be a hard one. Let's start sniping Skarsniks. I think Lord Sniping is probably sadly our best bet. So what we could do is we could send in our shot cavalry in the front. Start hammering some goblins. Pistoliers can just chase Marathi, which is fine. We don't need Pistoliers against the Greenskins at all. Yeah, so we're going to start working on Skarsnik, because he is going to be a handful to kill. He's got a big HP pool. Alright, so let's just get the Pistoliers going after her. Knights of the Blazing Sun are coming in. Wagons being dacked pretty good. We have Night Goblin Archers everywhere. We could use the dreaded wagons in melee to like run things over. These are the War Goblins, it looks like. Oh, he loosed Fanatics on me, badass. Oh man, we just gotta get points. Hey, this Greenskin army is meaty as hell, man. Oh, there's still Scourge Runners back here too. Alright, let's go hunt the Scourge Runners actually. We need to get points. And try and deny Tibbs points, because he feasted on the Dread Saurian Soul and got a lot of value from that. So that's a problem. Oh my god, he still has the frickin' Ravens Heralds flying around. Okay, maybe we do have to deal with Dark Elves, because they're going to keep backstabbing us. Alright, so we turn Firebat Will back on. The Mortar Wagon is coming. Yeah, just avoid the Greenskins. Work got in the way of watching Game 5, but thanks. Hey, you're welcome, Nanomashos. It was really fun to cast. It's really fun to cast. Pistoliers should be able to catch these guys. We have our Paladin squad too. Ripping some shots into the Pterodons up in the sky there. Yeah, Greenskins probably will win this. I think he got a lot of points off that Dread Saurian by nuking it, and it's going to be hard to catch the champ there. Alright, so we're on the hunt. This little Goblin Big Boss hiding in the trees. We could definitely go take him out. Hopefully it'll get a little bit less laggy once... Scourge Runners will do okay in melee. Not, I mean, they kill infantry quick, but... Here he comes. Alright, that's nice. Oh, there's going to be a Soul Stealer here for sure. Alright, let's get the 2 Paladins to go after her. That'll hit the Pistoliers, which is not the end of the world. It'll hit Gelt too. I really don't want to use it. Okay, that was okay. That definitely hurt us a little bit, but nothing we can't recover from. The 2 Paladins are after Marathi. Marathi's taking a bit of fire. One of the dudes here is broken. Gelt needs to get his hands dirty now. We have our Knights of the Blazing Sun too. Send the 2 Paladins to go at least keep her busy. Yes, give us the Scourge Hunter points. Yes. Yes, precious. A+ FFA player. I'll take it. Landing Gelt here might have been a mistake. Okay. How are the Paladins doing? I think they have 105 speed. Marathi's 100. They're the same speed, so a little bit of a tricky pickle. You don't want to just let the Ravens Heralds pop us. Alright, so pulling back, which is fine. Gelt is all good. How fast are Ravens Heralds? I think they're 105 too, so unfortunately it's hard to catch them. The Lizardmen do have a force here. We need the Mortar Wagons to keep shooting the Greenskins. Just keep accruing some dividends for us. Use your aggressive feelings, boy. Alright, that Scourge Runner should be done for. So we do have some nice debuffs. Wagons we can bring the caravan over here, as they pretty much already finished that business off. My Pistolier Corps is very tattered. Oh my god, there's still a fight. There's still a Dread Saurian going over here? Shit! I gotta go get in on that. Screw chasing the Dark Elves. There's still Dread Saurian points? Oh yeah, give me that. Alright. Well, yeah, because he's just gonna kite me with these. Run in circles. Oh man, the Mortar Wagon value? 1,400! You know, had I brought a second Mortar Wagon, maybe we'd be in luck here. The dreaded Dread Saurian, though, is I gotta use more magic, man. I've been so conservative with it. I can't believe the Dreadsaurian's still alive. It's being hunted to extinction here by all the goblins. Look, the Slan is in there. I love the last stand here for the lizards. Yeah, the mortar's still going though, man. I wanted to get in on the Dreadsaurian points, but Tibbs is just feasting like the heathen kings of old right now. Oh man, look at Tibbs, dude. Look at your boy Tibbs. Alright, Gelt. How close are we? We're not quite there yet. Okay, the wagon's got some nice pot shots at Marathi here. How are we doing? Cool. Cool. This is not bad. Oh, if Skarsnik just moves in after that Slan, that's like perfection. Yeah, we'll drop that right there. That should get mostly everything. Come on, Gelt. Get there. That's going to get the Slan, it'll get Skarsnik, the Night Goblins, and the big boss too. Okay, we got Soul Stealer, but it's just on our wagons. Doesn't hurt that bad. Oh my god, the Dark Elves actually had some infantry hiding. That's so funny. So we got the final transmutation. We nailed the Slan. We got the big boss. Skarsnik escaped it. It did get us some good points. Yeah, the Druki actually have a force here. Look at this. Some wild shit, man. Knights of the Blazing Sun. We have some free value over there. We got some skin cohorts. Let's go get that. The wagon's picking off a couple Ravens Heralds. We should have enough Winds of Magic for a little bit more lovin'. Let's get those Pterodons off the battlefield too. And Marathi's still just cackling, dude. She's just the cackle master. The dreaded double Ravens Herald. Who would expect that, huh? The cool thing about Ravens Herald is, for us, is they can't really, yeah, the Dark Elves, I don't know if they have a chance with their points as they are. Yeah, he's not going to let me get those skinks for free. He's sacrificing one Ravens Herald. I love that. For the greater good. Alright guys, bring it on over here. Cool, so we got those ones. That's some points for us. My poor army was hunted to extinction. Yeah, it was, man, it was. I wish we had... The mortar wagon earned 1,800 value. Look at that thing, dude. Mortar wagon. The greenskins, though, there's no way. Like, who's gonna kill the greenskins? Who is gonna kill the greenskins? Not I. Well, let's just farm points off these Blackguard. While we can. If they want to run, that's fine. But we're getting some good points off them. We could, like, attack with the Paladins and stuff. Just like a little, like, loose dive and keep Gelt Daddy nearby. Probably put him in different control groups. Yes, good, Anakin. Oh, we're gonna get the charge there. He's gonna lose some Ravens Heralds. He's probably going for a Soul Stealer. So it's just important we keep Gelt out of it. Yeah, here comes Marathi. That's fine. It'll hit one Paladin. So one Paladin for a Soul Stealer. I'm all about that trade. And the Ravens Heralds, we should shatter him here. Yeah, because we're getting points here, and we're not having to deal with greenskins, which is good. Now we can have the two Paladins hunt Marathi. Gelt can come over here. We can prepare some other witchcraft here. Two Paladins should be able to defeat Marathi for sure. The dreaded Dark Elf forest dweller. Alright, what do we have here? The mortar wagon's going for one last hoorah here, guys. Let's go. Let's go, man. Save the arcane conduits for later. Marathi thinking about it. By chasing her, at least we keep her busy. We can see what the Druki force is doing. The Druki Triangle of Doom, I know. Oh, Marathi's getting poisoned now. That's not good for her. It means my Paladins might catch her and do some damage. Where the hell did those Blackguard go? They just, like, evaporated into space and time. I went for 28, huh? Okay, let's do it. Man, it cost that much? That's crazy. What are we, 1 per 9 right now? So there should be another one here in just a second. Okay, so we can get this started. Alright, that should be very strong. So, Marathi is battling the Paladins. It looks like she might win, actually. She got one of them. And then we get a big... Oh, look at that! Upgraded final transmutation on that box in the forest. That's Point City, man. We definitely nuked them down pretty good. Killing them is a different story, though. We don't really care about that. So Marathi's broken. We got our points from the Dark Elves. Oh, your boy Tibbs is pretty strong, dude. I'm not going to try cracking that box in the trees. I'm just going to go fight the... chase Marathi off the battlefield. Now we got to go, man. We got to go, dudes. The Empire Paladin. It's a promotion. Marathi's -7. The wagons are going to have to go into melee mode, guys. Charge for Sigmar! Sigmar wills it! Knights of the Blazing Sun! Go around the side! The dreaded wagon caravan is maybe come to an end here. Like, I'm not going in there to fight that shit. Just get Marathi off the battlefield real quick, like. And the wagons can go on group 1, and these are the dreaded melee wagons. So we need to try and get the rest of the arrows down here. Go forth! No! Skarsnik! No! It sucks. Although, you know, from a tactical perspective, sacrificing my army to the Druki in the forest would have been the smart play. Because it would have denied him points. But now he's getting all the points from me. But, you know, this is an honorable ending for the Gelt Wagon Crusade. Rollin', rollin', rollin'. Keep them wagons rollin', ride. Let's come across. Dun, dun, I don't know the rest of the words to that song. Dun, 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 dun. That was a massacre. The wagon convoy charged to its doom. I think the Druki have come out of their forest lair. We still have 13,000. The greenskins got it. There's no way they can lose. Gelt's just being nuked up in the sky. Gelt will go out like a hero trying to battle the oh, we still have the Paladin. Maybe let's wait for the Paladin. What did the Dark Elf have? They have some black art and shit. You know what? Is there like some weird slim chance we can get this? I don't know, man. No, he's got so much. This little mass goblin army that could, dude. The wagons destroyed me, says Felkon. Your double Raven's Herald, the Dread combo. Alright, let's go farm some points here. I mean, maybe there can be some magic with the Black Guard, but there's way too many goblins. And Skarsnik, too. It's like Doomsday scenario. Get the Lava Spider Riders! Come on! Get them, noble captain of the Empire. Aha, we've shattered you. Oh my god, look at Tibbs just farming, dude. Tibbs is hungry and he's getting fed right now, dude. Look at this shit. Oh god, those Blackguard. Oh god, Anakin, I'm too weak. Let's see if we can get the shaman. Get. Oh, the mortar wagon's back in business, baby. Come on, guys. Get that little goblin. Let's go. I mean, what is that going to give me? One per nothing? Yeah. Oh yeah. Getting some goblin sniping here. Now Gelt is going to be peppered by like 1 million goblin archers. Come on, wagon. We need you more than ever. Definitely GG. Holy shit, that was a long one. That was like 22 minutes. It's pretty serious. Alright. The Wagon of Doom is cometh. It's going after the Spider Riders. Oh god, Anakin, I'm too weak. Here, Gelt can give you guys one last speech to go out.
Gentlemen. I will not lie. The chances of your survival are small.
Surprisingly accurate right now, too. You know. Surprisingly accurate. There goes Gelt, he's done. The mortar, dude, I am like looking back at this build, I'm like, I should have brought like 3 mortar wagons, you know? They would have been aces, man. This match was longer than the trial. Oh my god, that's funny. Yes. And there goes the brave Empire captain, making his valiant last stand in a horde of goblins. No. Yeah, no, if I had, see, the thing is, Sophie, is if you use the same build I brought, but you bring Volkmar, you can then win this fight, because Volkmar can basically kill infinite goblins. Gelt is a little bit more memey, But he's not bad there. Like, you can still get the big final transmutations. So don't apologize for that. I had a lot of fun playing guilds. What's left? So we have the goblins, and my shit isn't shattered or something. What are the... Oh my god, the lizards are just like corner camping here. My lizards are still alive. Okay, so he's still got the skinks. He didn't lie, I told you. I know, he told the truth in his speech. The chances of my survival were small, but it was a valiant effort for sure. Old one, either charge him or leave. Spare us, please. He's got like a couple skinks left, you know? You know what would be really interesting? So guys, while we're kind of chilling here, closing out the stream, what do you guys think would be, yeah, because he just had 2 units left. What do you guys think would be like a fun, do you think like a Stunties tournament format would be fun? So you have like Lizardmen, but they can only use skinks. You have Goblins, but they can only, or Greenskins, but they can only use Goblins. Skaven are kind of OP in that though, because they're like, they get their full roster basically, but you could like, that would be interesting. Like, who else could you do that with? There's still a chance for the Lizardmen? Definitely not. Well played to the Greenskin Master Tibbs. Value on him. Skarsnik did well. Of course, his dirty Lava Riders here. Look at them. They all did pretty good, actually. Yeah. Badass army. I love it, man. Oh, were these all the Arwars? No, these are regular Fanatics, right? Oh, my God. Okay. That takes away a little bit of the thunder. I was like wondering. I did not notice this. All right, that's basically some dirtiness. Come on, Tibbs, what are you doing, man? I know there's no army limits, but RORs are there for a reason. Oh my god, look at this. He's got his entire army is like RORs. Oh my god, it is funny though. Well, I know for future ones. Look at that. That's so dirty. Oh my god. Nonetheless, it was quite fun. I was wondering why like they were so hard to like deal with, those goblins. I was wondering. That's so broken. I was like, damn, dude, these fanatics are really holding their own. That is some filth, dude. That is some filth. Come on, Tibbs, what are you doing to us, man? Dude, that is dirty for sure. I love it though. Well, I said treat yourself, but typically you only bring one ROR, right? But that's some serious shit right there. All right, anyways, super funny. Gelt got 1,600. Paladins did well. Knights of the Blazing Sun, not so hot. Pistoliers, wagons all got about 1,000 apiece. And the mortar wagon got close to 2,000 for sure. Oh my god, that's so funny. Falcon's army, Marathi did great, 3,500. Marathi's like the queen of FFA. She's so good in this format. Double repeater crossbow. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Marathi did the best here. And the poor old one had to fight those goblin hordes. And yeah, man, his Dread Saurian held on like a champ. All right, guys, well played. Props to Tibbs for his dreaded ambush with the OP ROR army. That was pretty funny. And hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Also, I'm not going to talk about the results of the finals between Xiphos and Felkon. If you want to watch that, go back and... He's earned his goblin rank for sure. If you want to watch that, go back and check out the video, of course. It'll be up in like 30 minutes or something. You should be able to watch it. Maybe even sooner. I don't really know. YouTube's been weird lately. So guys, thank you again for joining. Really do appreciate it. It was a super fun stream. Big thanks to KM, Edward Hefner, Jeremy, Nanomashos, Glacy, Plessy, Christian Bender, Peter Borrow, a small chicken, Italian Spartacus, Eledron, just a random small chicken throwing a fiver my way, Pythonic Method, Pavao, Philip, Oiva, and yeah, all of you guys for your donations. And a big thanks to Eledron and Mark Sheldon for huge donations, 101 and $100. That is mega generous. So guys, thank you so much for that. Yeah, and that's it. That is it. How about 2 legs tournament only? and from now on ever, the FFA will have unit caps. No, I like, because unit caps do restrict some fun armies in FFA, but I'll probably have some rules about like one of each ROR, no campaign units, that kind of thing, unless we like talk about it beforehand so everyone can bring one. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. It was a blast. Go check out those matches between Felkon and Xiphos. They were super awesome. And we'll see you guys around. Stay safe. Maybe streaming tomorrow, maybe not. We'll see how my hand feels. And until next time, guys, take care. Cheers.